to discuss our third section in the series of revision through 500 questions. Yesterday we have completed the PYQs of physical geography and some PYQs of Indian geography. Today the remaining part of Indian geography, map related questions of PYQs and miscellaneous questions which are given by UPSC in the section of geography. So starting with the first question, consider the following pairs. Now peaks are given, mountains are given, Namcha Parva, Nanda Devi Nokrek, Garhwad Himalaya, Kumaon Himalaya, Sikkim Himalaya. Namcha Parva Himalaya is said to be existing between Nanga Parvat to Namcha Parva. From Nanga Parvat to Namcha Parva, almost 2400 kilometers in length, Himalayas exist, and Namcha Parva marks the easternmost peak over there. That is Arunachal Tibet border, Namcha Parva. Garhwal Himalaya is located where? Garhwal Himalaya is in Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand is having two parts, Garhwal Himalaya and Kumaon Himalaya. Then Nanda Devi is written as Kumaon Himalaya. Nokrek is written as Sikkim Himalaya. Now Garhwal, Kumaon, Sikkim Himalayas, all these Himalayas where they were given, they are considered as the regional division of Himalayas. When we talk about Himalayas, one to is said that north to south division. So north to south means Greater Himalaya, Middle Himalaya, Shivalik. And when east to west division has to be studied, it is divided on the basis of river valleys. And it was given by Sir Sidney Borat. It consists of Punjab Himalaya, then Kumaon Himalaya. Kumaon Himalaya is divided into two parts. Western part is Garhwal Himalaya, eastern part is Kumaon Himalaya. Then followed by Nepal Himalaya. Sikkim Himalaya is also considered as a bifurcation. In few of the books, Sikkim Himalaya is not mentioned as a separate bifurcation. And then the last is Assam Himalaya. So these are the regional divisions of Himalayas, that is Garhwal, Kumaon and Sikkim. Each Himalaya is known for one of the peak that is prominent. Like in Punjab Himalaya, Nanga Parvat is considered as a prominent peak. In Kumaon Himalaya, Nanda Devi is the highest peak. When we talk about this Assam Himalaya, then Namcha Parva becomes important. And when we talk about Nepal Himalaya, then Mount Everest and all the mountain peaks adjoining Mount Everest, they become relevant. So Namcha Parva, Garhwal Himalaya is a mismatch over here. Namcha Parva is present in Assam Himalaya. Nanda Devi Kumaon Himalaya will be correct. It is the highest peak of Kumaon Himalaya. Nokrek is not related to Sikkim Himalaya. Nokrek is basically not part of Himalaya itself. It is present in Garo Hills. Garo Hills, East Garo district. That is present in Nokrek. Nokrek Biosphere Reserve over there. That is part of Peninsula Mountains, Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. They are not even part of Himalayas. So it has nothing to do with Himalayas. So one of the options over there, that is Nanda Devi Kumaon Himalaya, is correctly matched and the remaining two are incorrect. Getting that? Yes. So two only, option B before boy will become the right answer to this particular question. The next in this category is, with reference to India, consider the following statements. Monazite is a source of rare earths. Monazite is a source of rare earth. Monazite contains thorium. Monazite occurs naturally in the entire Indian coastal sands in India. In India, government bodies only can process or export monazite. So, but basically, what is monazite? Monazite is basically related to phosphorus. And monazite is deposition or what? Basically, there are igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks which contain monazite. And monazite is added by disintegration of those rocks, by weathering of those rocks to the oceanic water, and then it is deposited as sand on the coastal areas. That is monazite. Monazite is known for rare earth. It is correct, 100%. Thorium, it is extracted from monazite, which is transformed into fissile material to be used in nuclear reactors for power generation. So statement 1 and 2 are absolutely correct. Statement number 3, monazite occurs naturally in the entire coastal sands of India. Now it is present in the coastal sands of India, but the statement is one-sided, entire coastal sands. So all the coastal sands of India should have monazite, and it is not true. It is present in few states, not in every location. Monazite you cannot find. So it is not true. In India, government bodies can only process or export monazite. It is very much correct. So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is correct, statement 4 is incorrect. 1, 2 and 4, option B for boy shall become the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that? Next question. Consider the following statements. Gujarat has the largest solar park in India. The largest solar park is located in Rajasthan. It is not Gujarat. So it becomes a wrong answer. Wrong statement. Kerala has a fully solar powered international airport. The first international airport worldwide which became fully solar powered is in Kerala only, Kochi International Airport, right? And it was recognized also. So that statement is correct. Goa has the largest floating solar photovoltaic project in India. Is it Goa? Telangana is having the largest solar photovoltaic project. What is meant by floating solar photovoltaic project? A water body is selected. Solar cells or solar panels are placed over the water bodies. They are made to float so that land is not utilized in generation of electricity. Because solar power engulfs a huge piece of land which may be fertile land, which may otherwise be used for urbanization or industrialization or any other economic activity whatsoever. So what happens? The land is consumed in establishment of solar power plants. As such, water bodies are selected, but this is also having a flaw. It is debated that if the water bodies will be covered with solar panels, then insolation will not reach the water body. It will be detrimental, harmful for the marine biodiversity. Various other clauses are being debated, like pollution will increase or decrease in water body. Everything is in limelight, but right now it is going on. However, this statement is not correct because this is in Telangana. So statement 2 is the only correct answer, only correct statement out of these 3. So 2 only, option B, before boy, will become the right answer. Clear on that? PDF must have been uploaded. There is an announcement. I am sorry, I started my class. There is an announcement for everybody, whomsoever is attending online class and offline classes. In Polity classes, there are few issues in 3 or 4 questions. The entire PDF along with 500 questions, along with the answer key of 500 questions will be uploaded. At the end of PDF, there is a note over there. In note, all those questions are discussed and the discrepancies related to that are discussed over there. So you need to follow that in Polity, because if those questions are, if UPSC frames a question on those particular topics or those particular aspects which were discussed, then you should not be at back foot. So please follow that in the uploaded PDF. Clear on that? Next question is question number 204. Consider the following states: Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Tripura. How many of the above are generally known as tea producing states? Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Himachal, Tripura, generally known as tea producing states. So generally, few years back UPSC asked a question on Tea Board of India, right? And then it is asking for tea producing state. Who declares that this is a tea producing state or not? Tea Board of India. So Tea Board of India has classified few states which are categorized as tea producing states. There are many other states which are producing tea, but they are not in the category of generally known as tea producing states. So those states includes Assam, Tripura, West Bengal, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. 7 states are there. I repeat, they are Assam, West Bengal, Tripura, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. 3 South Indian states, 2 northeastern states, 1 is West Bengal, 1 is Himachal. So out of this, Kerala is mentioned over there, Himachal is mentioned over there, Tripura is mentioned over there. Andhra Pradesh produces tea, but it is not generally known as a tea producing state. So 1 is eliminated, only 3 states, option C, C for cat, shall become the right answer to this particular question. Consider the following pairs. Reservoirs are given and the states are given. Yes. The statement is saying that how many of the above are generally known as tea producing states? Tea Board of India is giving the statement that these states are generally known as tea producing states. So question has been framed from there only. In general, when anything is being produced and any area known for production means it should be having some recognition. The quantity of production must be beyond a benchmark, right? Only then you will be considering that particular region as known for producing XYZ article, right? So Andhra Pradesh is producing tea. Apart from Andhra Pradesh, other states are also there which are producing tea. It's not like that Nagaland and Manipur are not having any tea production. right? But they are not considered generally as tea producing state because the overall, the major economic activity or the major plantation activity in that region is not tea production. So tea is produced in Andhra Pradesh, basically Chittoor region of Andhra Pradesh, that is known for tea production, but that is in the nascent state of development. So right now you cannot claim Andhra Pradesh as generally as a tea producing state. That's why it will not be considered as an answer to this particular question. Consider the following peers. Reservoirs are given, states are given. Ghatprabha. Ghatprabha is a river in Karnataka. So Ghatprabha reservoir is also in Karnataka. It has nothing to do with Telangana. So it is a wrong one. Gandhi Sagar. Gandhi Sagar is made on which river? Chambal. And it is in Madhya Pradesh. So it is a correct one. Indira Sagar is made on Narmada. And sorry? Indira Sagar is made on Narmada. It is also in Madhya Pradesh. And it is written as Andhra. So it becomes a wrong one. Mathon Dam is in Jharkhand. It is not in Chhattisgarh. Are you getting that? So Gandhi Sagar, Madhya Pradesh is the only correct statement. Remaining three are incorrectly matched. How many pairs given above are not correctly matched? So it will be only 3 pairs. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes. Let me recall if I can. Mathon is on which river? Barakar. It is on river Barakar. Mathon is on river Barakar. Indira Sagar is on Narmada. Gandhi Sagar is on Chambal. Ghatprabha is on Ghatprabha. Ghatprabha lies in Karnataka. Gandhi Sagar, Madhya Pradesh is correct. Indira Sagar lies in Madhya Pradesh. Mathon lies in Jharkhand on river Barakar. So only 3 pairs are incorrectly matched. So option C. It is asking for incorrect, right? C for cat is the right answer. Consider the following statements. Jhelum river passes through Wooler Lake. River Jhelum originates from Berinag. It passes through Lake Wooler. Yes. Lake Wooler is directly fed by Jhelum. And Wooler is a tectonic lake. It is one of the largest freshwater lakes of India. Present in Jammu and Kashmir. Krishna river directly feeds Kolleru Lake. Kolleru Lake is a freshwater lake in between the deltas of Godavari and Krishna. Right? Kolleru is fed by few seasonal rivers which are present in that location. But Krishna is not directly feeding Kolleru Lake. However, those seasonal rivers and few canal networks are connecting Lake Kolleru to river Krishna. But that is not feeding Lake Kolleru because the statement is saying that Krishna river directly, as if like Jhelum empties into Wooler Lake, in the same manner Krishna is emptying out into Kolleru Lake. It is not like that. So the statement will be considered as a wrong one. Meandering of Gandak river formed Kanwal Lake. This is a wrong statement. It is not Gandak, it is Budi Gandak river. Gandak, Budi Gandak river is the river that is forming Lake Kanwar. It is a very prominent lake in Bihar. Yes, near Begusarai. Near Begusarai, I suppose. I am not sure on that. So it is Budi Gandak, not meandering of Gandak. Gandak is a different river. Budi Gandak is a different river. Both are tributaries of Ganga. So it is a wrong one. So Jhelum river passes through Wooler Lake, correct. Krishna river directly feeds Kolleru, wrong one. Statement 3 is also wrong. So only one, option A for apple, shall be considered as the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following statements. Amarkantak Hills are at a confluence of Vindhyas and Sahyadri. Biligiri Rangan Hills constitute the easternmost part of Satpura range. Sheshachalam Hills constitute the southernmost part of Western Ghats. Now the first statement, Amarkantak Hills are at a confluence of Vindhyas and Sahyadri. Sahyadris and Vindhyas, Sahyadri is on the western side, Vindhyachal in central part, Amarkantak is in Chhattisgarh. So it is not. It is basically the confluence of Vindhyas and Satpura along with Maikal. So Maikal joins Satpura to forms a mountain knot called as Amarkantak. Highest peak of Amarkantak is Achanakmar Amarkantak. It is the origin of 3 rivers. Narmada towards west, river Son, which becomes a tributary of Ganga and a tributary of Mahanadi, or you can say Mahanadi itself. One of the major tributaries of Mahanadi originates from Amarkantak. So origin of 3 rivers. So it depicts a radial drainage pattern, that is centrifugal drainage pattern, and it is a religious place as per Hindu mythology, Amarkantak. It is also a biosphere reserve, Amarkantak. So first statement is wrong. Biligiri Rangan Hills constitute the easternmost part of East. It is not Satpura range, it is Eastern Ghats. Biligiri Rangan Hills is in which state? Karnataka. Southeastern part of Karnataka, Biligiri Rangan Hills. So it is in Karnataka, not in Satpura range, so it is the wrong one. Sheshachalam Hills, one of the prominent hills of Andhra Pradesh. Again having religious mythology related to this particular region, Sheshachalam. It is also part of Eastern Ghat, not part of Western Ghat. So first statement is wrong, second is wrong, third is wrong. All 3 statements are wrong. Yesterday we discussed about Panchmari Dhupgarh, that is relative between Mahadev and Satpura, and Amarkantak is between Maikal and Satpura along with Vindhyachal, right? So how many of the statements given above are correct? None. Option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. They have mentioned the answer also. Consider the following statements. PDF must have been uploaded, I think so. Statement 1. The soil in tropical rainforest is rich in nutrient. Again the same concept. We discussed it day before yesterday in NCRT. We discussed it yesterday also in one of the questions. And today again we are having a question on the same topic. The soil in the tropical rainforest is rich in nutrients. False. And in this format one statement is false, answer is directly D. But however, evaluate the statement. Statement number 2. The high temperature and the moisture of the tropical rainforest causes dead organic matter in the soil to decompose quickly. Now why first statement is wrong? Because in tropical rainforest, whatever organic matter or the humus that is generated or nutrients which are formed, they are washed away by excessive rainfall. So they are not added to the soil, they are not enriching the soil, and soil becomes poor in nutrients, poor in fertility, and that is one of the reasons for slow growth of tropical evergreen rainforest. So tropical evergreen rainforest, if deforestation is carried out and a deforestation is carried out in deciduous forest, then tropical evergreen rainforest is very difficult to regenerate. However, if a deciduous forest undergoes deforestation, regeneration, afforestation can be carried out very easily, right? And so government of India is highly criticized. Why? Because a transshipment port that is being developed in Great Nicobar, that is Galathea Bay, Galathea National Park, they have cleared 136 square kilometers of region over there, and replantation is carried out in Haryana. Think over that, how the climate of Andaman and Nicobar match with the climate of Haryana. Haryana government has provided the land, that we will provide the land, do that tree plantation over here in Haryana. How a tropical evergreen variety of a species, a tree, can grow in Haryana, right? So first statement is wrong because tropical rainforests are poor in nutrients. Second statement is high temperature and moisture of tropical rainforest cause dead organic matter in the soil to decompose quickly. This is absolutely correct. It decomposes quickly, but it is not added to the soil, washed. That is the problem. So statement 1 is correct, 1 is incorrect, 2 is correct. Option D, D for dog, shall become the right answer. Ilmenite and rutile, abundantly available in certain coastal tracts of India, are rich sources of which one of the following? Now few questions that we are discussing today in today's PYQs will be having a mix of environment also, some science also. They will not be 100% related to geography only. The reason is that because they are having an element of geography also, an element of science tech also, element of environment also. So don't go by that, few questions will be like that. Aluminium, copper, iron, titanium. The answer is titanium. Titanium, aluminium, copper, iron. Aluminium, the bauxite of aluminium, sorry, bauxite is called as ore of aluminium. Iron, the ore of iron, hematite, siderite, magnetite, ilmenite. These are all ores of iron. Titanium, it is ilmenite and rutile. Copper, It is something like copra. I'm not sure on that. So here the answer is titanium. What is the use of titanium? Titanium is used into what? Surgical instruments, pharma, aircrafts, electronics, what? Toothpaste, titanium. Yes or no? Multiple places titanium is having its uses. With reference to Himalayan rivers joining the Ganga downstream of Prayagraj from west to east, which one of the following sequences is correct? Ghagra, Gomti, Gandak, Kosi, Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi, Ghagra, Gomti, Kosi, Gandak, Ghagra, Gomti, Kosi, Gandak. Two are written as same, I'm sorry. Option A, B, C, D. What is the correct answer? When the Ganga moves from, initiates from suppose upper Himalayan region. If you start from upper Himalayan region, from upper Himalaya, that is Alaknanda originates ahead of Badrinath, and river Bhagirathi originates from Gomukh, that is Gangotri, close to Gangotri, Gomukh. Both the rivers flow downstream and they are joined by multiple rivers. The first river that joins Alaknanda is called as Dhauli Ganga. It joins at Vishnuprayag. The second river that joins Alaknanda is Nandaka or Nandakini. It joins at Nandaprayag. The third river joins is Pindari. It joins at Karnaprayag. And the fourth river that joins is Mandakini at Rudraprayag, followed by Bhagirathi at Devprayag. So Bhagirathi and Alaknanda confluences at Devprayag, and from there, as per geography, as per Hindu mythology, Ganga is from Gomukh. As per geography, Ganga is from Devprayag. From Devprayag, the river is called as Ganga. And when the Ganga flows downstream and enters the plain area, after entering the plain area, crossing Haridwar and Rishikesh, it is joined by multiple rivers as left bank tributaries. Among its prominent left bank tributaries, the prominent river is that we discussed yesterday, Ram Ganga, followed by Gomti. Ram Ganga confluences at Kannauj. Gomti confluences with Ganga at Varanasi. At the bank of Varanasi, close to Varanasi, you can say 20-30 kilometers ahead of Varanasi, you are having a place that is called as Kathi. There you are having a famous temple, Sri Markandeya Mahadevji temple. There you are having the confluence of Gomti with Ganga. And there you will find this dolphins, Susu dolphins. Number of Susu dolphins are present over there. If you go on the banks of river Ganga over there, you will see the dolphins taking a jump in this manner. Multiple dolphins are present over there. That is Gomti, followed by Yamuna. Gomti from the north, sorry, Yamuna ko chhod dijiye. Yamuna is a right bank tributary. After Gomti, we will come to Ghagra. Ghagra joins confluences with Ganga at the border of Bihar and UP, but it is in Bihar exactly. The region is Chhapra. After that, the next river that confluences is Gandak, very close to city of Patna. Gandak confluences with Ganga, and then Kosi. Right? These are the major left bank tributaries of Ganga: Ram Ganga, Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi. So here it is Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi. That is the sequence. If you go on the right bank tributaries of Ganga, then there are two major tributaries on the right bank of Ganga. One is Yamuna. Yamuna originates from a glacier close to Yamunotri and flows downstream. It joins Ganga at Prayagraj. So Yamuna confluences with Ganga at Prayagraj. Yamuna confluences with Ganga at Prayagraj. Further downstream, Gomti confluences with Ganga at Varanasi. So Yamuna confluences before Gomti. इन सब चीजों को यूपीएससी गोमती और गंगा इन सब के ऊपर क्वेश्चन बना रहा है. Try to understand that. Now one of the questions have been asked. Other questions will be asked. Now what type of question will UPSC frame? It will frame this type of question. Mahakumbh celebrated this year. It was in limelight, one of the largest gatherings that took place as per the government records. So there will be a question related to Ganga river system or Yamuna or something like that. So what type of question UPSC can frame? It can frame a question that Yamuna, Gomti, it will give four options, four rivers. Arrange them in sequence of their confluence with river Ganga. Right? Now it will be a mix of left bank and right bank. So Yamuna confluences before Gomti or after Gomti? River, yes. River Son confluences with Ganga, and Gandak also confluences. One is before Patna, one is after Patna. Son confluences before Patna and Gandak confluences after Patna. Are you getting that? So these type of questions, remain prepared for these type of questions in the coming year UPSC examination, prelims examination. So right bank tributary Yamuna, Yamuna joins at Prayagraj. And further we are having the river that we were discussing from Amarkantak, that is river Son. Son originates from Amarkantak. It flows northward in a northeasterly direction and joins Ganga. Son joins before Patna, and it is a right bank tributary. There is a tributary of Son which is very prominent, that is Rehand. So Rehand is a tributary of Son, that should be known to you. We were discussing about dams over in one of the questions over here. In one of the dam was Gandhi Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, that was correctly matched. I told you that river is river Chambal. Chambal is a tributary of Yamuna. It is a major tributary of Yamuna, right? Then Yamuna is having tributary as Chambal. Other tributaries of Yamuna, Sindh, Betwa, Ken, prominent tributaries. Sindh, Betwa, Ken remains in limelight. Why? Water scarcity region. Sindh, Betwa, Ken Betwa link project. In this last year, it was in discussion, Ken Betwa link project. So Sindh, Betwa, Ken remained in limelight. Bundelkhand, water scarcity region, located between which rivers? So Bundelkhand is located between which rivers, can be important. Baghelkhand between which rivers, can be important. Bhandeer plateau located between which rivers, can be asked by UPSC. Then the tributaries of Chambal, prominent tributaries of Chambal. Shipra is a tributary of Chambal, yes. Then Banas, Kali Sindh, Parvati. So Kali Sindh confluences with Chambal, and Parvati confluences with Chambal. Both are right bank tributaries. Which confluences first? Which is north, which is south? These type of questions can be asked. Then further, when Ganga moves forward, it reaches Farakka. It divides into two branches. One branch flows into Bangladesh, and the southern branch flows through Kolkata, which is known as Hooghly. Hooghly is having another set of tributaries, river Ajay, river Damodar. Then tributaries of Damodar, they become relevant, important. Are you getting that? Because when Kumbh was going on, at that time, I don't know whether how many of you are following Hindu newspapers or any of the newspaper sources. The newspapers were flooded with this news because all pro-government articles were boasting about Kumbh, and all those who were writing anti-government, they were asking about the quality of water at Kumbh. Is it fit for taking a bath over there? Is it fit for taking a holy dip over there? Presence of coliform, that was fecal coliform, that is present over there. What is the level of fecal coliform present over there? So what was that? What was it fit or not? All those who took a holy dip at the Kumbh, what was their status after that? It was debatable. तो कुछ ना कुछ क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी इन सब चीजों के ऊपर बनाएगा, 110% बनाएगा और इसी साल बनाएगा. Consider the following information. Here the correct answer is option B, B for boy, गोमती, घाघरा, गंडक, कोसी. ये दोनों ऑप्शन यहाँ पर टाइप एक से हो गए. They must be different, but the correct answer has nothing to do over here. Correct answer is गोमती, घाघरा, गंडक, कोसी. It is asking from west to east, so it is a sequence. Option B, B for boy. Next question. Consider the following information: waterfall, region, river. It was asked last year or last to last year only. Dhuandhar Fall, Malwa, Narmada. Dhuandhar Fall is a prominent waterfall that is made by river Narmada only. It's correct. But Malwa is not the region where this waterfall is being formed. So it is not formed on Malwa. So Dhuandhar and Narmada is correct, but Malwa makes the statement wrong. Then Hundru Falls, that is located on Chota Nagpur Plateau on Subarnarekha river. It is 100% correct. Hundru Falls is on Chota Nagpur Plateau, made by this river only. Then Garsappa waterfalls are located in Western Ghats, correct, but it is formed by river Sharavati, not Netravati. So this statement also becomes wrong. So statement 1 is wrong, 2 is wrong, sorry, 2 is correct, 3 is wrong. So 2 only. So answer will be only 1. Option A for apple, shall be the right answer to this particular question. It's not Malwa, it's south of Malwa. It is between Vindhyas and Satpura. Narmada is flowing between Vindhyas and Satpura. Malwa is located on the northern side of Vindhyas. If you go by the plateau divisions, Mewar Plateau, eastern side of Rajasthan. Then Malwa Plateau, which is a black soil area, rolling plains. Indore, Ratlam, Bhopal, Wola area, Malwa. That is north of Vindhyachal. And Narmada is flowing south of Vindhyachal. तो वाटरफॉल नॉर्थ में कैसे बनाएगी जाके? दैट इज नॉट मालवा प्लेटो, राइट? Which of the following is a tributary or tributaries of Brahmaputra? Dibang, Kaming, Lohit, Dibang and Lohit. These are left bank tributaries of Brahmaputra. Dibang is a left bank, Lohit is a left bank, right? Kaming is a right bank tributary of Brahmaputra. All three are tributaries of Brahmaputra. But if UPSC escalates the level, then what will happen? It will ask about left bank, right bank. So Dibang and Lohit are left bank. Kaming is right bank. Other right bank tributaries of Brahmaputra: Manas, Subansiri, Sankos, Tista. Tista is a tributary, but it flows into Bangladesh as Tista from India, and in Bangladesh it joins river Brahmaputra. But it is a right bank tributary of Brahmaputra. In India we are having Manas, Sankos, Subansiri. These are the major tributaries. Subansiri is a major tributary of Brahmaputra, having immense amount of water that contributes to Brahmaputra. And other left bank tributaries are Dhansiri, Kopili. These are the left bank tributaries of Brahmaputra. So here all three are tributaries of Brahmaputra. So 1, 2 and 3, option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. India is regarded as a country with demographic dividend. This is due to what? Its high population in the age group below 15 years. Below 15 years are called as dependents, right? Its population in the age group of 15 to 64. Its high population in the age group of above 65. Above 65 is again dependent. Its high total population is not a demographic dividend. Demographic dividend means working age population, and the working age is basically 15 to 59 years. In order to enhance the working age, because people even after the age of 60 are able to contribute something for the economic development, it was escalated to 64. Earlier it was 15 to 59. Even in records it is 15 to 59 only, but it is considered as 15 to 64 because exactly after 60 people are not like that they are not able to contribute anything for the economic development of any particular region. So it is considered as 15 to 64. So high population of India in the age group of 15 to 64 is considered as demographic dividend. Demography is a term that has nothing to do specifically with any age group. When demography is combined with another term, then the meaning changes. Demography simply means age sex ratio, age structure, life expectancy, total population, crude birth rate, crude death rate, natural growth rate, actual growth rate, migration, in migration, out migration, child sex ratio, total fertility rate. In सबसे demography decide होती है. Once the demography means the total population, then demography dividend, demography on a negative side, demographic winter. So how you will use that? Another term may be asked by UPSC in the coming prelims or mains examination, and sitting in the examination you will have to decide, you have to use your brain to derive an answer. You may not have come across such a term which is asked by UPSC in the coming examination, because when demographic winter was asked, no one was knowing, or it was not there in the books and the curriculum over here over in any of the places, that what is demographic winter. But those who were smart enough, they were able to think something that winter is related to contraction, cold, squeezing something, and demographic is written, so demography is squeezing, so population is shrinking, reducing. They were able to do that. Here the answer will be its high population in the age group of 15 to 64, option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Question number 14, 214. The total fertility rate in an economy is defined as the number of children born per 1000 people in the population in a year. That is what? That is actually the crude birth rate. When we say the birth rate is high, or when we say that the birth rate is falling, or birth rate is less, what is birth rate? Birth rate is this: the number of children born per 1000 people in the population in a year. On every 1000 people, whether male, female, what are the new births taking place? That is birth rate. The number of children born to a couple in their lifetime in a given population, it is not considered as any of the figures in related to demographics or demography. So it is redundant statement. The birth rate minus death rate, that is actual, that is natural growth rate. So naturally the population grows, birth rate minus death rate. And when the death rate is more and birth rate is less, so this figure will come minus. This will be a negative figure and the population starts shrinking. So birth rate minus death rate. Death rate is more suppose and birth rate is less. So this figure will be a negative figure. So population is shrinking and that is demographic winter. The last stage of demographic transition model. The average number of live births a woman would have by the end of her childbearing age. This is the exact definition of total fertility rate, right? And what is the childbearing age? The childbearing age in our country, India, is considered as what? You all are having the answer for PYQs. So how will PYQ help you out if you are not working on the options of the PYQs? So what is the age group? 15 to 49 is the age group, childbearing age. 15 to 49, correct. 15 to 49. This is as per the government, 15 to 49. Even after 49 there are cases where a child is born to a couple or to a mother. Child marriage is still a ill practice practiced in many parts of the country, many pockets of the country. It is still going on. There are many tribal population who are still not alienated with the mainstream. They are in their own primitive style of living. So even a child born over there is considered as a citizen of India, right? So the age group is childbearing age group जो consider करते हैं, that is 15 to 49. Marriage permission is 18, above 18, it's absolutely correct. But for this calculation it is 15 to 49. Officially calculate करते हैं 15 to 49. Uniform civil code has been applied in Uttarakhand, you know that. Live-in relationship is allowed. Even without marriage, the couple can have a child now. Do you know that? Yes or no? तो 18 फिर शादी 18 के ऊपर होगी ना? Yes or no? So it is not debatable. It is 15 to 49 khatam. And the minimum age for marriage is 18. That is also true, right? So answer is D. D for dog shall be the right answer. Is it clear? With this we come to the end of PYQs on physical geography. Now we will start with the PYQs on map based questions, right? Tomorrow we will be having a class on map based questions. Those who are attending the class physically and those who are attending class online mode, I want all of you to sit with the atlas, because without the atlas you won't be able to find anything. And opening every map in the gadget, I don't know whether it will work or not. So map based questions, we start with map based questions. Turkey is one of the regions which always remains in limelight. Something or the other is happening. Last year there was earthquake. Last year only, I think so. Major earthquake, Turkey, Syria earthquake. This year, student protest, mass protest. It is a mass protest going on. Ekrem İmamoğlu, the mayor of Istanbul, has been put behind Abbas, and he was the main contestant to fight against Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey, right? So mass protest is going on over there, and what the newspaper news is saying that it is one of the largest mass protests going on in over few decades. मतलब पिछले कई दशकों में इतना बड़ा mass protest टर्की में नहीं हुआ. Turkey remains in limelight. Turkey is located between, the question is asking, Black Sea and Caspian Sea. Black Sea is on the northern side of Turkey. Caspian Sea is on the northeastern side of Turkey. So it has nothing to do with Black Sea and Caspian. Between Black Sea and Caspian Sea, we are having countries which are having borders with Turkey. Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, the Caucasus countries, Caucasus mountain countries, they are located. Turkey is not over there. Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea will be correct answer. Black Sea in the north, Mediterranean in the south. Specifically, the water body over here between Cyprus and Turkey is called a Room Sea. That is present. Gulf of Suez and Mediterranean Sea. Turkey is has nothing to do with Gulf of Suez and Mediterranean Sea. Gulf of Suez, Mediterranean Sea, both are located south of Turkey. Gulf of Aqaba and Dead Sea. Gulf of Aqaba is on the eastern side of Egypt, on the western side of Saudi Arabia, on the southwestern side of Jordan, on the southern side of Israel, that is Gulf of Aqaba. Dead Sea is a landlocked water body between Israel and Jordan. It is the lowest point of Asia, 411 meters below the mean sea level. So it is Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea. Now what are the other countries that border the region of Turkey? If question can be asked like that. So one of the border is Syria, Iran, Iraq, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. These are the countries. Across the water body there is a small island piece over there, Cyprus. Then Turkey is having on the north western side of Turkey there is a water body called as Sea of Marmara. Sea of Marmara is connected to Black Sea by Strait of Bosphorus, and Sea of Marmara is connected to Aegean Sea by Strait of Dardanelles. And beyond that, Turkey is having a part in Europe that is called as Istanbul. Istanbul is having borders with two countries. Can you name them? One is Greece, other is Bulgaria. So these are the borders of Turkey. If UPSC will expand, it will expand in this manner. Where all Turkey can have borders. Clear on that? And the region is in limelight. Turkey has been at the center of world stage for negotiating various things related to Russia and Ukraine. When grains were allowed for export from Ukraine to ensure the availability of food grains throughout the world, then also Turkey was at the center stage. World Bank was there, UN was there. So Turkey remains. So there will be some of the other question given on Turkey. Here the answer is Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea, option B for boy. Consider the following pairs: region often in news and a country. Yes, Operation Dost was in Turkey. Correct, Gurpreet. Operation Brahma is going on in Myanmar. Yes, Syria, Iran, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Romania, Bulgaria. Romania is not having border with Turkey. Parveen, Romania is not having border with Turkey, I think so. Still check it in the atlas. Is it having? Romania is not having border with Turkey. Check for that. Is Romania having border with Turkey? Romania is not having. Bulgaria and Greece are having. Bulgaria is contradicting. Bulgaria बीच में आ गया. Romania उसके ऊपर है. So consider the following pairs. Region often in news and a country. Chechnya, Russian Federation. Chechnya is present in Russian Federation. 100% correct. No doubt. Darfur, Mali. Darfur is in Sudan, western part of Sudan. It had remained in news currently, recently, in last 1 to 1.5 months. Darfur, Sudan में है, western part में है. Mali is on the western side of Africa. Sudan is on the eastern side of Africa. On Sudan's western side, you are having Darfur. Then Swat Valley. Swat Valley is in Pakistan. It is not Iraq. It is in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. ऐसा कुछ होता है ना? वहाँ पर है Swat Valley, Pakistan. So 1 is correct, 2 and 3 are wrong. So 1 only. Yes or no? Yes, 1 only. Option A for apple will be the right answer. Now Mali, see how UPSC is focusing over here. Mali, something or the other UPSC keeps on asking. Sudan, multiple times UPSC has asked something. How come UPSC has asked on Pakistan, that I don't know. Russian Federation, something will be asked. What is the correct sequence of occurrence of the following cities in Southeast Asia as one proceeds from south to north? So if you are proceeding from south to north, what is the sequence south to north? Bangkok is the capital of Thailand. Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. Jakarta is for Indonesia, old capital, new capital, they are shifting to Borneo Island someplace. Singapore is Singapore, itself a country and a capital, right? So when you move from south to north, South of Singapore you are having Sumatra Island, south of Sumatra you are having Java, on Java you are having Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia. So starting from south, the first will be Jakarta. When you will move north, the first town you will encounter Singapore. After Singapore, slightly northwest of Singapore, that is the capital of Thailand, Bangkok. BIMSTEC, recently Mr. Modi visited over there, and Mr. Modi had interaction with Myanmar and Nepal. दोनों के प्रीमियर्स के साथ उनका इंटरेक्शन हुआ, 1-on-1 मीटिंग हुई, म्यांमार के साथ भी, इनके साथ भी, बांग्लादेश वाले के साथ भी. मोहम्मद यूनुस, आफ्टर Sheikh Hasina incident last year, for the first time, Prime Minister met in person with these two people in Minsk. That was in Bangkok. After Bangkok, you will find Hanoi. Hanoi, that is the close to the delta of River Mekong. River Mekong delta close to Hanoi, right? No, Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City. Hanoi is a River Hong. I am sorry. Mekong is Ho Chi Minh City. Hanoi is at the delta of River Hong in Vietnam. That is in Gulf of Tonkin. Ho Chi Minh City, Mekong drains in South China Sea. Hanoi, River Hong drains at Hanoi, that is Gulf of Tonkin. So the south to north it will be Jakarta, Singapore, Bangkok, Hanoi. So it should be 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2, option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that? All the rivers of Southeast Asia, all the countries of Southeast Asia, their international borders, उनको बहुत अच्छे से आप लोग prepare कर लीजिए. Because the region had remained in limelight, and this major earthquake of Myanmar killing so many people, anything can be asked. Which one of the following countries of the Southwest Asia does not open out to Mediterranean Sea? Again, Middle East, West Asia, something has been asked. Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, Israel. Israel is having borders with Mediterranean, Lebanon is having borders with Mediterranean, Syria is also having border with Mediterranean, Jordan is not having any coastline with Mediterranean. Jordan is having a very small coastline in Gulf of Aqaba, right? So which is does not open out to Mediterranean, that will be Jordan. Again, the bordering countries of Lebanon, bordering countries of Israel, bordering countries of Syria, Jordan, they will all remain very important for this year's examination. Here the answer will be B for boy, Jordan. Yes, Apur, answer is correct. Sigong fault. In relation to what you have written Sigong fault, I am not able to understand. Myanmar fault. Okay. With reference to Trans-Pacific Partnership, consider the following statements. It is an agreement among all the Pacific Rim countries except China and Russia. It is a strategic alliance for the purpose of maritime security only. Now, Trans-Pacific Partnership is between limited number of countries, not all the Pacific Rim countries. There are number of countries around Pacific Ocean. So it is not like only China and Russia are not there. Apart from that, many countries are not there. So it is a statement becomes wrong. It is a strategic alliance for maritime security only. No, it is for economic cooperation, trade, boosting, number of things are there. So both the statements are wrong. So neither 1 nor 2, option D for dog shall become the right answer. Trans-Pacific Partnership, 12 countries are there, which are the member countries over here. Which of the following is geographically closest to Great Nicobar? Okay, Apurva, I got that. Which of the following is geographically closest to Great Nicobar? Sumatra is closest to Great Nicobar, separated by Great Channel, 6-degree channel. Borneo is on the further on the eastern side. Borneo is having 3 countries over it. One is Indonesia, one is Malaysia, and Brunei. Brunei is only on Borneo, and Malaysia and Indonesia are having some territories on Borneo. Java is after Sumatra, separated by Sunda Strait from Sumatra, and Sri Lanka is south of India separated by Bagh Strait, Bagh Bay, right? So option A for apple, Sumatra will be the right answer. Mediterranean Sea again asked, is border of which of the following countries? Jordan, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria. Jordan. Again Jordan, yes or no? Iraq is not having border with Mediterranean. Lebanon, Iraq is having border? No. Lebanon is having? Syria is having. So which are not having? So Lebanon and Syria are having border. It is asking which are having borders. So it will be Lebanon and Syria, 3 and 4. Option C for cat shall be the right answer. Learn the capital for these 4 countries. Jordan, not Iraq, Lebanon, Syria and Israel. And arrange them north to south, east to west. A very simple question UPSC can ask, arrange the capital of all the 4 countries north to south or east to west. So Damascus, Beirut, Jerusalem, and for Jordan it is, I am missing the capital of Jordan, check for that. Here the answer will be 3 and 4. Option C for cat will be the right answer. Which of the following have shrunk immensely, dried up in the recent past due to human activities? Aral Sea. Another water body written as Black Sea. Black Sea will not dry up because it is connected to Mediterranean, further to Atlantic. Lake Baikal is one of the deepest lake that is present in Russia. So Lake Baikal is drying out, but the question is asking about immensely drying out, shrunk, at the verge of extinction. So that is not the case with Lake Baikal. And so Aral Sea, that is one only, will become the right answer. Now why Aral Sea is drying out? What are the rivers which are draining in Aral Sea? One is river Sir Darya, one is river Amu Darya. The origin of Sir Darya, the origin of Amu Darya, they will become relevant. Here the answer is one only, option A for apple. One of the river originates from Pamir, another river originates from Tian Shan, and they drain towards Aral Sea. Heavy extraction of water takes place through all those Central Asian countries, Kazakhstan. Aral Sea is at the border of which 2 countries? Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, right? So consider the following pairs. Next question. The seas are mentioned and the bordering countries are mentioned. Yes, the capital of Jordan is Amman. Yes, Apurv. Yes, Gurpreet. Yes, Manuranjan, I got your answer. Next question, have a look at the question. On one side, it is the sea is given and the bordering countries are given. And next it is statement number 1 is Adriatic Sea having borders with Albania, yes or no? Where is Adriatic Sea? Adriatic Sea is located on the northern side of Italy, sorry. It is connected to Ionian Sea. Ionian Sea and Adriatic Sea connected by a water body, Strait of Otranto. Strait of Otranto connects Ionian Sea to Adriatic Sea. Adriatic Sea, on the southern side we are having the country Italy. On the northern side Yugoslavian countries are there. 7 countries which were disintegrated by into Yugoslavia, disintegrated into 7 countries. Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Montenegro, Macedonia, Kosovo and Serbia. So out of these, which countries are having the coastline on Adriatic Sea? Slovenia is having, Croatia is having, Bosnia-Herzegovina is having, Montenegro is having. Remaining countries are not of Yugoslavia, then Albania is having. So Albania is having the coastline on Adriatic Sea will become a correct statement. Black Sea is having its coastline in Croatia. Croatia is having it Adriatic only. Black Sea is far away from that region. So it will be a wrong one. Caspian Sea, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is having borders with Caspian Sea, it's correct one. Mediterranean Sea, Morocco. African countries, 5 countries, MATLE countries, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt. So it is a correct one. Red Sea, Syria. Oh, Syria is having a coastline on Mediterranean. Red Sea में Syria नहीं, right? Which are the countries bordering Red Sea? So it will be Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan. Gulf of Aqaba. Achha, we are talking about, so Red Sea, Gulf of Aqaba is not a part of Red Sea. The main water body is Red Sea. It is connected to Gulf of Aqaba by Strait of Tehran. It is connected to Gulf of Suez by Strait of Gobal. So Gulf of Suez and Gulf of Aqaba are considered part of Red Sea only. Okay, but basically a gulf or a bay is a lower segment than a sea. So when a sea is there, so Gulf and Bay will automatically become a part of that. You cannot say that Gulf of Khambat is not a part of Arabian Sea. Gulf of Kutch is not a part of Arabian Sea. Can you say that? That is a part of Arabian Sea. Then we will say that Narmada and Tapi are not draining in Arabian Sea, they are draining in Gulf of Khambat. It cannot be like that. Gulf and Bay are smaller denominations for a water body. Sea is a major denomination. So all Gulf and bays which are present or states which are present in a particular sea are part and parcel of that sea only, right? So Red Sea is having Syria? No. So what are the correct options here? Adriatic Sea, Albania, correct. Black Sea, Croatia, wrong. Caspian Sea, Kazakhstan, correct. Mediterranean Sea, Morocco, correct. So 1, 3 and 4. So 1, 3 and 4, option B for boy shall be the right answer. Consider the following countries: Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Which of the above have borders with Afghanistan? Azerbaijan is not having border with Afghanistan. Kyrgyzstan is also further northward, not having border with Afghanistan. Tajikistan is having, Uzbekistan is having, Turkmenistan is having. If you arrange these countries west to east or east to west, can you do that? The countries having borders with Afghanistan are 3: Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. 3 countries are having, out of these 5 countries, 3 countries are having borders with Afghanistan. Now if the UPSC asks you a question, arrange Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan from west to east or east to west or east to west, whatever you can do, or arrange them as per their borders with Afghanistan from east to west or west to east. If you will start from west to east, it will be Turkmenistan, then Uzbekistan, and then Tajikistan, right? So whenever a question is there, you have to grill the question accordingly so that you are better prepared for your coming examination. Here the answer will be 3, 4, 5. It will be given by statement C. C for cat will be the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following statements. BD BD. Okay, Parveen. Yes, it's Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. Okay. BD BD is a large refugee settlement in northwestern part of Kenya. PDBD is a large refugee settlement, it's correct, but it is not in northwestern part of Kenya, it is present in Uganda. Why it is present in Uganda and why what for it was made? Because from South Sudan, if you know something about the map of Africa, you are having country Uganda. North of Uganda, one of the countries is South Sudan. South Sudan, violence was going on, non-state military armed conflict was going on, and people started moving out from that particular region. For them, a refugee settlement was made in Uganda that was named as PDBD. Second statement is saying that some people who fled from South Sudan civil war live in BDBD. This is correct, but the location is Uganda. Some people who fled from civil war in Somalia live in the Dadaab refugee complex in Kenya. In Somalia, when the same thing started in 2017, then this refugee camp was created on the eastern side of Kenya, close to the borders with Somalia. That was named as Dadaab in Kenya. Statement 3 holds true. Statement 2 holds true. Statement 1 holds wrong in terms of country. It is not Kenya, it is Uganda. So which of the statements given above are correct? 2 and 3 only. Option C, C for cat, will be the right answer to this particular question. Again, Democratic Republic of Congo is on debate. उसके चारों ओर अच्छे से keep working on that region very nicely. Which one of the following is part of the Congo Basin? Cameroon. Which other countries are part of Congo Basin? Four countries are considered as part of Congo Basin. One is Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, Gabon. That's it. Nigeria, not part of that. South Sudan, not a part of that. Uganda, not a part of that. So the answer is Cameroon, A, Cameroon. Right? Consider the following countries: Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Romania. How many of the above mentioned countries share a land border with Ukraine? If we talk about Ukraine, then what are the land borders of Ukraine? Which countries are there? If learn the countries always in an order. So if you move from south or from north, so if you are moving from north, then start with Belarus, then Poland, then Slovakia, then Hungary, then Bulgaria is not having border, Romania, Moldova, right? So these are the countries which are making borders. When we talk about Bulgaria, it is not having border with Ukraine. Czech Republic, quite far away, two countries. So it is not having border. Hungary is having border. Latvia, Lithuania are having borders on Baltic Sea. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Nothing to do with Ukraine. Romania is having border with Ukraine. So here only two countries are mentioned which are having borders with Ukraine. So it is Hungary and Romania. So 3 and 6, only two. Option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. हाँ sorry, option A हो जाएगा, 2 हो जाएगा. Only two, option A. Option A will be the right answer, A for apple, right? About 3/4 of the world's cobalt, a metal required for the manufacture of batteries for electric motor vehicles, is produced by Argentina, Botswana, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kazakhstan. The answer is Democratic Republic of Congo. Argentina is part of lithium triangle, right? Botswana is known for diamond and to some extent uranium. Botswana, right? Kazakhstan, uranium. Democratic Republic of Congo is known for cobalt. Democratic Republic of Congo alone produces more than 50% of the world cobalt. In India, cobalt is found or not? Where it is found? Cobalt is found in India? Yes, okay. Are we extracting cobalt? Where? Yes. Yes. But are we extracting cobalt? We are using? No. We are just trying to do that, yet not completely extracting or using them on an economic scale. So here the answer is C for cat, Democratic Republic of Congo. Which of the following countries are well known as the two largest cocoa producers in the world? Algeria and Morocco. They are in Mediterranean region. Algeria is known for oil, and Algeria, Morocco both are known for citrus fruits. Morocco is known for oranges. There is a place in Morocco, Casablanca, that is the one of the largest places in the world known for oranges. The capital Rabat, also known for that, citrus fruits. Botswana and Namibia. Botswana, we discussed just now, it is known for diamond, uranium. Namibia, uranium, thorium. Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana. Starting from Cameroon, Nigeria, Benin, Togo, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone. All these Gulf of Guinea countries. They are all known for production of cocoa. Out east, Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana, they are known for almost more than 70% of world cocoa production. 70% I am not sure on that, but for maximum cocoa production. So option C for cat will be the right answer. Madagascar and Mozambique, they are known for what? Madagascar is known for what? Cloves. That is one of the, not the largest, but one of the largest in Africa at least. Cloves, Madagascar. Then Mozambique is known for what? Mozambique is known for what? Sugarcane, food grains. Mozambique. Madagascar is also known for cultivation of vanilla. Here the answer is C for cat. Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. Cote d'Ivoire is known as Ivory Coast. Ghana is known as Gold Coast. Which one of the following lakes of West Africa has become dry and turned into a desert? Lake Victoria is at the border of Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania. It is having good sufficient quantity of water. In fact, it is the second largest source in the world for fresh water. Lake Fagubin is the present in Mali country of Africa. It has immensely dried out, completely dried out, and earlier it was a greenland. So government over there along with the world organization, they are planning to reclaim this particular region, that is Lake Fagubin. Lake Oguta, it is located where? In Nigeria. It is a lake fed by a river, that is Lake Oguta in Nigeria, and Lake Volta is in Ghana. It is fed by river Volta only. So Lake Volta is in Ghana, Lake Oguta is in Nigeria. Both are having sufficient quantity of water. Lake Victoria is also having sufficient quantity of water. Lake Fagubin has immensely dried out. It is in Sahara Desert region, country Mali. So the answer is B for boy, Lake Fagubin. Clove Islands in Mozambique. Along Madagascar, there are 3 islands, Pemba, Mafia and Zanzibar. Along Tanzania, they are known for cloves. Here the answer was Fagubin. Question number 231. The term Levant, often heard in news, roughly correspond to which of the following regions? Region along the eastern Mediterranean shores, region along the North African shores stretching from Egypt to Morocco, region along Persian Gulf and Horn of Africa, the entire coastal areas of Mediterranean Sea. The answer is along eastern Mediterranean shores. So it includes Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Cyprus. they will be included in Levant. Levant is basically a term from France. Region along North African shores stretching from Egypt to Morocco. They are called as Maghreb. The region along Persian Gulf and Horn of Africa. I don't know if they are having any specific name. The entire coastal area of Mediterranean is known as Mediterranean coastal. So here the answer will be option A. The region along the eastern Mediterranean shores. Option A for apple is the right answer. Which one of the following pairs is correctly matched? Graphical features are given and the region is given. So graphical feature is Abyssinian Plateau. Abyssinian Plateau, is it located in Arabia? It is present in Ethiopia, not in Arabia. It is present in Ethiopia. I am not sure whether the entire plateau is present in Ethiopia. Some part is shared with the country also. I am not sure. But Ethiopia, Arabia is not there. So this statement is wrong. Atlas mountain is present in the northwestern side of Africa. It is absolutely correct. Guinea Islands, it is present in northern side of South America. Guyana over there, that is having Guyana Highlands. Okavango swamp. Okavango swamp is not in Patagonia. Patagonia is located in southern part of South America. Patagonia is what? A cold desert on the leeward side of Andes. It is a cold desert. North of Patagonia you are having pampas grassland. Okavango swamp is in Africa, country Botswana. It is a swampy land. Alluvial fans. No, it is a swamp. It is a known for a river making inland drainage over here. River is Kubango. Cubango. Kubango. Kubango is a prominent river given in every atlas. Kubango makes inland drainage. And that inland drainage over there, the water fills over this entire region, creates a swampy land, and it is one of the largest swamps of the world. Okavango swamp in country Botswana. So here only one has to be correct. They are written directly as A, B, C, D. So Atlas mountain, northwestern side of Africa is the correct answer. Option B, B for boy, is the right answer over here. Guyana Highlands are present on northern side of South America. There are small countries over there. You are having Colombia, Venezuela, Suriname, Guyana, one of the Guyana. Then there is French Guyana. French Guyana is the overseas territory of France, satellite launching pad of France. Right? Here answer is B, B for boy. With this we come to the end of PYQs on map work. Now we start with a section on agriculture. Now in agriculture there are many questions which are a mix match with environment, with science, with core agriculture as a subject. These are not the complete PYQs on agriculture. These are only those PYQs of agriculture which are having some element of geography. And 2 or 3 questions are placed here by mistake which are not having any element of geography. But still they are here. But okay, when they are here, so let us discuss them. Starting with question number 33, 233, salinization occurs when the irrigation water accumulated in the soil evaporates, leaving behind salt and minerals. What are the effects of salinization on the irrigated land? Now, salinization occurs when the irrigation water accumulated is evaporated, salts are left behind, and the water that percolates down also pulls up by capillary action the salt from the lower layers, which gets deposited on the top layer. That is salinization. What are the effects of salinization on the irrigated land? It greatly increases the crop production. It makes soils impermeable. It raises the water table. It fills the air spaces in soil with water. A very easy question. All the statements are appearing easy. It makes the soil impermeable. That is option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Permeability is one of the factors, one of the features associated with the soil. Soils are either porous or permeable. Porosity is something else, permeability is something else. What is the difference between porosity and permeability? Porosity means water retention. Permeability means water will flow through that. So sand is permeable. Clayey soil, black soil, porous. Alluvial soil will be considered more porous as compared to sand. So permeability means water will percolate to the lower layers, and that is called as permeability. Sponge, you know, a sponge. So if you press a sponge, dip sponge in water, it will be retaining water. If you squeeze it, water will move out. That is porosity. And permeability means gaps are there, spaces are there, and water percolates down and down and down and down and down. So sand is permeable. Okay, that is a property of soil. So it will affect the permeability. It makes the soil impermeable. So option B before boy will be the right answer. It will not raise the water table because when the soil will become impermeable, infiltration of water will slow down. So water table cannot raise up. In fact, water table will be reduced. It will go down. It will fill the air spaces in soil with water. Not possible. Impermeable, पानी अंदर जाएगा ही नहीं. Water will not go inside. It greatly increases the crop production. It will reduce crop production. Why? Because the fertility will be reduced. So option B for boy is the right answer. Which of the following is the chief characteristic of mixed farming? Mixed farming means cultivation of both cash crops and food crops, cultivation of two or more crops in the same field, rearing of animals and cultivation of crops together, none of the above. The answer will be animals and crops, means proper hardcore agriculture along with livestock, that goes hand in hand. Both work as forward and backward linkages to each other. The excreta of animals is used as a manure in the fields. The waste of agriculture produce works as a feed for livestock, right? So both goes hand in hand, that is called as mixed farming. Cultivation of two or more crops in the same field is called as intercropping. Two crops at a time, half of the field, or one row of wheat, one row of mustard, one row of wheat, one row of mustard, that is intercropping. So here the answer will be C for cat. Rearing of animals and cultivation of crops together. Consider the following crops of India. Gurpreet, you are saying sir Africa continent याद करके मजा आता है. अफ्रीका में तुम्हें क्या मजा आ रहा है? याद करना तो यूएसए याद करो, नॉर्थ अमेरिका याद करो. Conquer word is not assigned with salinization. Conquer is basically calcium deposition that concentrates over the period of time. It is associated with Bangar soil, right? It is associated with desert soils also, but it is not directly related to salinization. Salinization होगा तो भी कंकड़ हो सकता है, salinization नहीं होगा then also कंकड़ can be found. Desert and arid soils are same. Now if you go into micro detailing तो बहुत सारा variation निकल आएगा. You see civil services के हिसाब से same. हाँ NCERT के हिसाब से वो same है. But if you go into the micro details तो उसमें भी फिर बहुत सारा variation है. So consider the following crops of India: cowpea, green gram, pigeon pea. What is cowpea? अभी आंसर तो सबको पता होगा. Which of the above are used as a pulse fodder and green manure? What is cowpea? Lobia. It is used as a sprout. It is also used as a pulse, right? Lobia. What is green gram? Hara chana. Green gram, hara chana. Simple translation. Green is for hara, gram is for chana, hara chana. Right now it is available in the markets. It is being sold in the market, right? Green gram. Pigeon pea. Tur. Tur. Related to error, not exactly error. ठीक है, कह सकते हैं. Question is asked, which of the above is used as pulse? Pulse means dalan, fodder, animal feed, green manure. Which of the above can be used? All three can be used. But UPSC has given the answer as 1 and 2 only, I think so. 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Let me check what UPSC has given the answer. What is the question number? 35. Answer has been given as A. Answer has been given as A. Now the thing is that 1 and 2 only, that is cow pea and green gram. But the third one, pigeon pea, can also be used as a pulse, as a fodder, as a green manure. But UPSC ने दे दिया 1 and 2. Except UPSC has given the answer as 1 and 2. So you have to assume the answer as 1 and 2. Option A. Tick. Right. Consider the following crops. Groundnut. Groundnut is what? Sesamum. Groundnut is moongfali. Sesamum is till. Pearl millet. Bajra. So which of the above is a predominantly rain-fed crops? Rain-fed means extra water irrigation is not required. All three. So groundnut, sesamum and pearl millet, all three can be rain-fed crops. So 1, 2 and 3, option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Any doubt? हाँ तो रेन फेड क्रॉप है ना, कम में भी हो जाएगा ना, यही तो है कि रेन फेड क्रॉप का मतलब क्या है, सिर्फ बारिश के ऊपर ही हो जाएगा, अलग से आपको कुछ उसके लिए अरेंजमेंट नहीं करना. You are not supposed to do any specific arrangement in terms of irrigation for growing any of these three, right? So option D. But ऐसा नहीं है कि एकदम डेजर्ट के बीच में जाके शुरू कर दो, रेन फेड होना चाहिए. Option D, D for dog, will be the right answer. Contour bunding is a method of soil conservation used in desert margins liable to strong wind action, low flat plains close to stream courses liable to flooding, scrub lands liable to spread of weed growth, none of the above. Now the problem is that everyone is having the answer. The answer is none of the above, right? But what is contour bunding? Exactly. Contour bunding is basically as per the slope. So if you are having a slope, a mountain like this, a slope is there, right? Using rocks, boulders present over there, bunds are prepared to stop the downflow of water at a very fast speed. That is called as contour bunding. And then whatever land that is available is used for farming. What it does, due to it, water stays over there, groundwater recharge takes place, surface runoff is reduced, soil erosion is reduced, nutrients are added to the soil. How it is added to the soil? Water is coming from the top, it is having sediments. Sediments are not allowed to move, so they will settle down. Replenishment of soil, same phenomena that takes place in Khada region. So it happens. So it is on slopes, hilly regions. It is not in desert area. It is not in low flat plains. It is not on scrubland. So none of the above. Option D, D for dog, is the correct answer. Contour bunding, right? It is not steppe agriculture. Steppe agriculture appears similar to contour bunding, but contour bunding is only the bunds are made, slope is not altered. In steppe agriculture, it is flattened out. Steppe agriculture is a technique in which the slope is flattened out. On the flat slope, agriculture is carried out. Contour bunding is not related to directly steppe agriculture. Steppe agriculture is a different thing. Contour bunding is a different thing. Here you may also have some slope, or it may be completely flat. But in steppe agriculture, it will be flat land. Contour bunding may result in steppe agriculture naturally. लेकिन स्टेप एग्रीकल्चर हमेशा काउंटर बंडिंग होगा, दिस इज नॉट ट्रू. So here the answer is none of the above, D, D for dog. Question number 38. Consider the following crops: cotton, groundnut, rice, wheat. Which of these are kharif crops? Cotton is kharif, groundnut kharif, rice kharif, wheat rabi. So 1, 2 and 3, cotton, groundnut and rice are kharif crops. So 1, 2 and 3 hai. 1, 2 and 3, option C for cat shall be the right answer. With reference to neem tree, rain fed crop means a crop which requires less water. Rain intensive crop is that crop which requires more water. So water intensive crop requiring more water. Rain fed, even less water will support the crop. That is the difference. With reference to neem tree, consider the following statements. Neem oil can be used as a pesticide to control the proliferation of some species of insects and mites. Yes or no? Neem oil is used. Species of insects and mites. Insects or mites को रोकने के लिए neem oil can be used as a pesticide. Correct one. Neem seeds are used in the manufacture of biofuels and hospital detergents. They are used, but UPSC says that it is not used. What will you do? UPSC is not agreeing on second statement. Manufacturing of biofuels is not contradictory, but hopefully because of hospital detergent they might have considered the statement as a wrong one, but it is a true statement in a real sense, right? Neem oil has application in pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical industry mein antibacterial, antiviral, many things are produced using neem oil that is used as a coating. So UPSC has considered the answer as 1 and 3, option C for cat. Rest consider the following pairs. Region well known for the production of consider the following pairs, region and well known for the production of Kinnor. Where it is Kinnor? Kinnor is in Himachal Pradesh. Ahead of Shimla, you can go from Shimla, you can go from Lahore Spiti also. Kinnor. Kinnor is famous for apples. You will find in the markets of Delhi apples. Kinnor ka seb bik raha, right? So Kinnor is famous for apples. Kinnor is also having a tribe called as Kinnoris. A tribe of Himachal Pradesh called as Kinnoris. It is in the name of Kinnor. Areca nut is not in Kinnor region. Areca nut is grown where? Karnataka, Kerala. That region is for areca nut. So first one is a wrong one. Then Mewat. Mewat is in Haryana. But Mewat is known for mango, but not specifically known for mango. Mango का production होता है Mewat में, right? But it is not well known. The statement saying over here is well known for the production of. So well known for the production of mango के लिए इसको नहीं जाना जाता. It is not known as a well known region for production of mango. For well known production of mango, you find places in Maharashtra, Kerala, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh. They are known for production of mango. Mewat is not well known for mango, so it is not correct. Coromandel Coast. Coromandel Coast is in Tamil Nadu. Soybean is grown in MP, Madhya Pradesh. Maximum production of soybean is in Madhya Pradesh. I am not sure. I think Madhya Pradesh is the largest producer. So all three are incorrectly matched. All three are wrong. So option D for dog, none, will be the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that? Question number 241. Consider the following techniques phenomena. Budding and grafting in fruits. Now it is a question of terrace farming is not similar to counter bunding. Counter bunding is a technique to stop soil erosion, to stop surface runoff of water on slopes. It is a technique to check that. Terrace farming is a type of farming. Counter bunding, if it is practiced out and the land is level, it may be called as a terrace farming. Yes, neem is used for bathing also. Mewat is famous for what? That I don't know. It is not known for mango, that much I know. Consider the following techniques phenomena. Budding and grafting in fruit plants, cytoplasmic male sterility, gene silencing. Which of the above is used to create transgenic crop? Transgenic crop में आप कुछ ना कुछ gene modification करेंगे. Budding और grafting में तो कुछ करना ही नहीं. You have to put a cut and a graft of bud will be formed over there. So 1 will not be there, 2 and 3. Option C, option B for boy shall be the right answer to this particular question. Consider the following statements. Maize can be used for the production of starch. Starch, yes or no? So maize can be used for the production of starch. It is a correct statement. Maize is what? Corn, makkah. Oil extracted from maize can be feedstock for biodiesel. The oil is a feedstock for biodiesel. It helps in the production of biodiesel. It is correct. Alcoholic beverages can be produced using maize. Number of beer, whiskeys, they are produced using maize. So it is a correct one. So maize can be used. One is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is correct, all 3 are correct. So option D for dog shall be the right answer to this particular question. D for dog. What are the significances of a practical approach to sugarcane production known as Sustainable Sugarcane Initiative? Sustainable Sugarcane Initiative. The first statement says that seed cost is very low in this compared to the conventional method of cultivation. Seed cost is low in this Sustainable Sugarcane Initiative, yes or no? Normally the seed is considered as a sugarcane is taken, it is slashed and a small section of that is planted, that is called as a seed, right? Here small buds and that too bifurcated, single bud is planted at intervals. So the seed cost over a particular area reduces. So seed cost is very low in this compared to conventional method of cultivation. It is a correct statement. Drip irrigation can be practiced very effectively in this. If you go to North India, if you go to UP, Bihar, if you go to parts of Punjab, even some places in Haryana, and you notice a sugarcane field over there, you will find that it is almost impossible to go inside the field because it is so very dense, compact. All the sugarcanes are intersecting, going into each other. You cannot go inside, it is very dense. Why it is? Because it is not practiced in a proper manner. When it is practiced in this manner, then drip irrigation is what? A pipe is used, holes are there in the pipe at regular intervals and water is channelized into those pipe and water moves out from those holes only at the root of the plant. That is drip irrigation. So drip irrigation can be practiced if it is practiced in a sustainable manner. So it is a correct statement. Clear on that? There is no application of chemical inorganic fertilizers at all in this. No doubt Sustainable Sugarcane Initiative focuses on organic farming, it focuses on green manuring, it focuses on multiple organic fertilizers. But it is written as there is no application of chemical or inorganic fertilizers at all in this because it is practiced at a gap. So some soil is left out, over that weeds can grow. So weedicide needs to be placed in order to kill the weeds which are growing in the field. So it is not like at all it will not be used. It will reduce the use of chemical and inorganic fertilizers, but it will not be completely eliminated. So statement 3 is wrong. The scope of intercropping is more in this compared to the conventional method of cultivation. Conventional method mein there is no space left out, here intercropping can be carried out. So first is correct, 2 is correct, third is wrong, fourth is correct. So 1, 2 and 4, option B for boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following pairs. Again this question has very less to do with geography. 240. The scope of intercropping is more in this compared to conventional method of cultivation. Yes, what is the problem? Intercropping means a crop is grown. What is crop we are growing? Sugarcane, right? So sugarcane, instead of clubbing close to each other, one plant here, 1 feet one plant, again 1 feet one plant, as it sugarcane planted. In between space is there, so another plant can be grown over there. That is called as intercropping. No, you will deliberately grow, you will practice that intercropping. It will not come out on its own. Why will it come out on its own? Generally, yes, that is sustainable sugarcane initiative, that you can use the sugarcane field also for intercropping. Mewat is, Parveen, Mewat is not popular for mango. Mango is grown over there, but it is not generally known for production of mango. It is not a well-known place for production of mango. Don't use AI. When you will type Mewat, and if you are using AI, it will say that it is a well-known site for mango. Go by the authentic government records. AI is in the experimental stage. ChatGPT UPSC clear नहीं कर पाया. And this is the hardcore truth. यही है ना सच्चाई. ChatGPT UPSC clear नहीं कर पाया. Prelims examination. Got it? Now this question, have a look. Drought prone area program is under Ministry of Rural Development. Desert Development Program, it is under Ministry of Rural Development. National Watershed Development Project for rain-fed areas, it is under Ministry of Agriculture. And the first one is written as Ministry of Agriculture, second one Ministry of Environment and Forest, and the third one is written as Ministry of Rural Development. So all three are incorrectly matched. Mark the answer as none. What are the benefits of implementing Integrated Watershed Development Program? Now, Integrated Watershed Development Program, Integrated Watershed Development Program comes under Ministry of Rural Development, I suppose. Prevention of soil runoff, linking the country's perennial rivers with seasonal rivers, rainwater harvesting and recharge of groundwater table, regeneration of natural vegetation. Linking of rivers has nothing to do with that. Remaining all three will go with that. So 1, 3 and 4. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Which of the following statements is correct regarding vegetative propagation of plants? Vegetative propagation produces clonal population. Yes or no? Vegetative propagation helps in eliminating the virus. Clonal population तो बन जाएगी, same type of plant, but it will cut copy paste virus, diseases, everything will be carried forward. So it will not eliminate virus. It can be practiced most of the year, yes. So 1 and 3 will go with the demand. So option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. No, it's not about, in the question of Mewat, it is not about UPSC answer. The question of Mewat is that it is asking for well-known region for mangoes. Mewat is not well known for mangoes. Mewat is having mango production, but it is not a well-known region for production of mangoes, so it is considered as a wrong one. The substitution of steel for wooden plows in artificial production is an example of what? It is increasing the capital. So it is capital augmenting technological process that is taking place in Indian agriculture, right? So option B for boy shall be the right answer. Which one of the following best describes the main objective of seed village concept? Seed village concept was initiated by Government of India. The purpose was to find good quality seeds easily affordable to the farmers. So encouraging the farmers to use their own farm seeds and discouraging them to buy seeds from others, it was nothing like that. Involving the farmers for training in quality seed production and thereby to make available quality seeds to others at appropriate time and affordable cost. Farmer training has to be carried out. They will be trained how to produce good quality seeds depending upon a particular region. So a particular region has a demand for sugarcane, they will work on sugarcane. A particular region is known for, suppose, maize, jowar, bajra, ragi, then they will work on jowar, bajra, ragi. A region known for any other type of production, they will work on seeds of that particular crop or that particular produce. So it is a correct one. Option B. Are marking some villages exclusively for the production? It was not like that. They were not, the program is not saying to demarcate a village that this village is known for seed production. It was not like that. Identifying the entrepreneurs in village and providing them technology and finance to set up the seed company. That was not the main objective. The main objective is given by option B for boy. Question number 249. What can be the impact of excessive inappropriate use of nitrogenous fertilizers in agriculture? Proliferation of nitrogen fixing microorganisms in soil can occur. What is the answer? Hoga? When excessive or inappropriate use of nitrogenous fertilizer will take place, then nitrogen will be added directly. Then how will the nitrogen fixing microorganisms will increase? उनका तो use रहा ही नहीं ना. So they will not proliferate. In fact, they will reduce if you will use extra nitrogen. So one will not go with the demand of the question. It is not the impact, the reverse will be the impact. Increase in the acidity of soil can take place, nitrogen will be added, right? It may increase the acidity, that is the pH value may be reduced. Leaching of nitrate to groundwater can occur. Nitrate can seep down to groundwater. It may result in contamination of groundwater, and nowadays ROs, UVs which are sold in the market, they are saying nitrate hatayenge, we will remove arsenic, lead, right? Everything they are removing. Nothing is left in the water that is coming out from the RO. Everything is removed. That is the reason for the people feeling ill nowadays. Everything is removed from the water itself. So 2 and 3 are correct one. One is wrong one. So 2 and 3 only. Option C, C for cat, will be the right answer. In India, markets in agricultural products are regulated under APMC. So Agriculture Produce Market Committee Act enacted by the states. It is the state subject, completely under a domain of state government. All you go, when you go on the outskirts of the cities, you find mandi. So they are all controlled by state government. So that is APMC, option B for boy. Consider the following statements. The nationwide soil health card scheme aims at. Soil health card scheme was started, and the reason for starting, it was started somewhere in 2015, I suppose. Why it was started? Because indiscriminate use of fertilizers which were available in the market. Farmers were unaware, illiterate, they were not having any knowledge. They went to the shop, they said fertilizer de do. Whatever fertilizer that is available in the market, they used to buy and spread without knowing whether their soil is having nitrogen or not, lacking nitrogen or not, urea dal di. Are you getting that? So it was not, on one hand, benefiting the farmer in terms of productivity. Secondly, it was negatively impacting the quality of soil. And the third, the profitability of farmer was reducing. And number fourth, the expenditure on exchequer, subsidized fertilizers, they were going as a waste, right? So government introduced soil health card scheme, so that fertilizer may be known, soil may be known, which fertilizer, NPK, which has to be applied in which area. Accordingly, the farmer will be having a soil health card scheme. Accordingly, he or she will employ or apply the fertilizer. That was the objective of the scheme. Earlier it was available only in starting with English. Later on it was made available in all the scheduled languages as per the constitution. Expanding the cultivable area, it has nothing to do with area under irrigation. It is working only on the quality of soil. Enabling the banks to assess the quantum of loans to be granted to farmers on the basis of soil quality. It has nothing to do with that. It is not a scheme related to financial inclusion. Checking the overuse of fertilizers in farmlands. That was the main objective, main purpose, and the only purpose of soil health card scheme, to rationalize the use of fertilizers in different regions. So 3 only, option B for boy shall be the right answer to this particular question. With the start of nano urea आया ना, nano urea has replaced what? If you are using nano urea, then UPSC suppose frames a question that with the start of nano urea for agriculture in India, option A, it replaces the urea, it reduces the cost of production, cost of agricultural activity, it increases the production and the productivity. Yes, it is harmful for the fertility status of the soil. Which of the following practices can help in water conservation in agriculture? Reduce or zero tillage of land. Zero tillage is what? Tilling will not be done. So the soil of the lower section 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 centimeters deep will not be coming up. So water will be retained. So it will be over there. Applying gypsum before irrigating the field. Gypsum is what? Waterproofing के लिए use gypsum. वो gypsum होता क्या है basically? What is gypsum? Soil. Salt. What salt? Calcium sulfate dihydrate. Right? Gypsum. Gypsum का use? Plaster. Salinization को fight करने के लिए gypsum is used. Then it makes the soil soft. What else? Yeah, what are the uses of gypsum? Daily life. Plaster of Paris, POP, that is commonly, that is gypsum only, right? Applying gypsum before irrigating the field will help in soil water conservation, but this was not accepted by UPSC. Allowing crop residue to remain in the field, crop residue will remain in the field, it will not be removed, it will ensure water conservation. Yes or no? So UPSC has given the answer as 1 and 3 only. However, gypsum cannot be ruled out completely, but UPSC has given the answer as C for cat, 1 and 3 only. UPSC ऐसा इसलिए नहीं कर रहा है, UPSC is framing the questions, human errors are there, UPSC is not using AI actually. Humans are framing the questions over there, sometimes errors are there, sometimes things are there, interpretation का मिस्टेक हो रहा है, तो इस तरह के interpretation it comes up in UPSC, but it will not matter much in your selection. If you have studied very nicely, then you will crack the prelims examination, and in mains you are having the scope to write. So in prelims, if you have studied nicely, then these 1 or 2 questions which remain debatable every year will not create a major dent to you. So it is like that only. With reference to circumstances in Indian agriculture, the concept of conservation agriculture assumes significance. Which of the following fall under the category of conservation agriculture? Okay, Gurpreet, I will work on my part and let you know. 100% I will work on my part and I will let you know. But for now, accept that UPSC has marked it as wrong, correct? What is clonal population? Clonal population is like clone, similar, exactly similar, clone. So what is conservation agriculture? To make conserve karna. What has to be conserved? Soil, fertility, biodiversity, right? Everything has to be conserved. Along with that, yield has to be increased. Productivity of production has to go up. So that is called as conservation agriculture. So conservation agriculture talks about many things related to how to make, how to preserve biodiversity, how to do that, all these things, soil, entire things related to agriculture needs to be conserved, preserved properly. There should not be exploitation of anything and everything should be remained available in its current form. That is conservation agriculture, nothing else is that conservation agriculture. So what it talks about, have a look at the options given over here. It talks about avoid monoculture practice. It talks about intercropping, rotation of crop, crop combination. It talks about all these things. But monoculture practice is what? Same crop over the same patch of land, year after year, year after year, year after year. Monoculture is of two types, regular monoculture and pulse monoculture. Regular monoculture, as someone was saying that day, or someone borrow 3 crops of rice in a year. That is regular monoculture. Pulse monoculture is what? Rabi, rice in Kharif, wheat in Rabi. Again rice in Kharif, wheat in Rabi. This is pulse monoculture. Both are monoculture. Conservation agriculture कहता है monoculture has to be stopped. It should not take place. Adopting minimum tillage. When the tillage will be less, water will be conserved, soil will be conserved, everything will be there. It was there. Avoiding cultivation of plantation crops. Cultivation agriculture is not talking about any particular type of crop. It is a technique, it is a method that can be applied to any type of crop, wheat, plantation, cash crop, food crop, anything is there. Orchard, fruit farming, vegetable farming, anything. It can be applied to that. So it is not talking that plantation crop आप मत करो या ये मत करो वो मत करो. It is not related to plantation cropping. So statement 3 becomes wrong, and because statement 3 becomes wrong, UPSC has not left you with any of the option in which statement 1 could be marked as correct. That is the problem. But statement 3 is 100% wrong, no doubt in that. Using crop residues to cover soil surface, mulching, crop residues has to be spread on the field. Why it has to be spread in the field? It will solve 2-3 purposes. Number 1, soil will not be exposed to sunlight, insolation. So it will be least affected by evaporation. So water loss can be reduced. When it will be covered with something, so growth of weeds can be controlled to some extent, right? So all this is required. So using crop residues to cover soil surface goes with conservation agriculture. Adopting spatial and temporal crop sequencing. Crop sequencing means which crop has to be grown one after another, or crop rotation one after another. That is a part of conservation agriculture. Because statement 1, if it is marked over here, it is going with statement 3. And other statements are also correct. So the most appropriate answer to this particular question becomes 2, 4 and 5. That is option C, C for cat, becomes the right answer. That is conservation agriculture. Clear on conservation agriculture? Sure on that? Yes or no? What is our the advantages of zero tillage in agriculture. अच्छा आप ये देखिए यूपीएससी कैसे लिखता है, इज आर एडवांटेज एडवांटेजेस, जैसे बच्चे इतने काबिल हैं उनको एक तो पता ही है कि सही है. Is it required? Everyone is damn confused in all the statements. वो is आर नहीं भी लिखो तब भी वो सब में confused है. What is are the advantages of zero tillage in agriculture? Zero tillage, again zero tillage. Sowing of what is possible without burning the residue of the previous crop. Yes or no? Zero tillage करेंगे. So whatever that you have to sow, it is possible. पुराने crop के residue को मत जलाइए. Don't burn that. Without the need for nursery of rice saplings, direct planting of paddy seeds in the wet soil is possible. Direct transplanting possible. DRI technique यही थी ना, SRI technique. SRI technique has been asked by UPSC few years back. It was this only. Carbon sequestration in soil is possible. जब zero tillage होगा, carbon sequestration will take place. Yes or no? The stored carbon will not be allowed to move into the atmosphere. So all three will be there. So 1, 2, 3 option D, D for dog will be there. Any doubt? Any question? क्या क्या है इसमें? Without burning the residue of previous crop के residue को आपने burn कर दिया. Previous crop को जो बचा है, जिसको आप कहते हैं पराली जलाना, उसको आपने नहीं किया और उस पर आपने सीधे सोइंग कर दी. तो will it not? जीरो टिलेज आपने नहीं किया, तो जीरो टिलेज नहीं करने की वजह से आपको उसको जलाना नहीं पड़ेगा. टिलेज करेंगे तो वो सब जड़ से बाहर निकल आएगा, फिर आप उसका क्या करेंगे? हो जाएगा. You will be leaving the field for 4 or 5 months, no? After one Rabi season for next Rabi season. Who will explain and who will do that? They know that overall zero tillage के अलावा उनको अपना production करना, उनको बहुत तेजी से काम करना, and they have to use the field again for some other crop, no? They will not wait for the next Rabi season to grow wheat again. They will soon after the Rabi crop they will go for Zaid. After Zaid they will go for Kharif. After Kharif also they will go for some vegetables. Then they will out for Rabi season again. They will not leave the land free. The crop is subtropical in nature. A hard frost is injurious to it. It requires at least 210 frost-free days and 50 to 100 centimeters of rainfall for its growth. A light, well-drained soil capable of retaining moisture is ideally suited for the cultivation of the crop. Which one of the following crop? The correct answer is cotton. Cotton is the correct answer. 210 frost-free days is a condition which is required only for cotton. All other plants, even in less frost or more frost, can survive, but cotton is having this condition. So cotton is the correct answer. Option A for apple is the right answer to this particular question. How is permaculture farming different from conventional chemical farming? Permaculture farming different from conventional chemical farming. Permaculture farming is another technique. Conventional chemical farming, whatever that has been practiced in our country since ages. So permaculture farming discourages monoculture practice, but in conventional chemical farming, monoculture practices are predominant. Permaculture, it is more on natural fertilizers, it is more on green manuring, it is more on discouraging use of chemical fertilizers. That is permaculture. So in that, monoculture practices are avoided, discourages. But conventional chemical farming mein, they go on for monoculture practices with the indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizers year and year after again, and the quantity goes on increasing, profitability goes on reducing. So it is a correct one. Conventional chemical farming can cause increase in soil salinity. Because of excessive use of chemical fertilizers, what will happen? Salinity, salinization of soil will take place, soil will become hard, the quality of soil will depreciate. But the occurrence of such phenomena is not observed in permaculture. Permaculture, it will not take place, it is correct. Conventional chemical farming is easily possible in such regions. Such regions mean soil salinity regions. Not possible. It will reduce the cost. It is not easily possible. More excessive use. So it is not there. And moreover, it is not a point of difference between conventional and permaculture. Practice of mulching is very important in permaculture. Covering of the soil, bare soil with something, crop residue or something like that. It is required, but not necessarily so in conventional chemical farming. So one, it is a correct one. Conventional chemical farming, mulching is not required. They will use weedicide, insecticide, pesticide. So 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 4 is correct. 1, 2 and 4. Option B for boy shall become the right answer. With reference to palm oil, consider the following statements. Question number 253 you are asking. In question number 253, you are asking that first option is right, yes, but the answer don't show the choice. How to handle this question in exam? In exam, if this is not available, then what is the next possible or the best option available? You know that 3 is wrong, so 3 cannot be correct. All other options are having 3. So eliminate them, you are left with one option. Or if one more option is there which is not having 3, but still you have to make a choice, then you know 1, 2, 4 and 5 are correct. So any of the options in which maximum of these statements are marked as correct will go with the demand of the question. This will happen. With reference to palm oil, consider the following statements. The palm oil is native to Southeast Asia. Native means the original place, so where a particular crop belongs. So palm oil is native to which place? Africa, western side of Africa, right? Palm oil. They have given Southeast Asia. India is importing maximum from Southeast Asia, right? Yes or no? And the maximum share of India's forex or import bill is of vegetable oils only. Yes or no? हाँ कि ना? Yes. In our food basket, maximum share goes for vegetable oils. Yes or no? India is having the problem. India is having trade deficit, right? And see how beautifully your Prime Minister is fighting that. In Man Ki Baat, he said that India is having the problem of obesity. Everyone is going fat, thick. So let's do one thing. He made a very sensitive and very crucial appeal to each and every individual in the country. And what he appealed that to fight the obesity, we need to reduce consumption of oil. And everyone should reduce the consumption of oil by only 10%. Every family should reduce the consumption of vegetable oil by 10%. And what he added in that same Man Ki Baat, he said that this choice should be made at the time of purchase of monthly food oil that you are buying for your family in a particular month. See how smart, how clever, how intelligent that statement was. He said that इस choice को आपको तब करना है जिस समय आप अपने घर का महीने का राशन खरीदने गए और आपने crude oil vegetable oil खरीदा, उसी समय आप 10% कम खरीदी. So right from the very first month, all those who are our followers of and followers of our Prime Minister, what they will do? Oil कम खरीदना. लाखों करोड़ों लीटर ऑयल एक महीने के अंदर इंडिया में कम खरीदा जाएगा. वो सिर्फ इसलिए कम खरीद लेंगे कि मोदी जी ने. It will dent the oil companies. Import will automatically slash down और इंडिया का benefit हो जाएगा in terms of foreign exchange, in terms of import bill. And it is being replicated by the government, by all FM radio channels, by all advertisements कि we have to fight obesity. He is not even talking about कि हमें import bill कम करना है. Import bill कम करने के लिए आप किसी को बोलो कि इसलिए अपना मोटापा कम कर दो, कौन सुनेगा इस देश में? But he is saying we need to fight obesity, so reduce bill. See the good part over there. The palm oil tree is native to Southeast Asia. No, it is native to West Asia, West Africa. Sorry. The palm oil is a raw material for some industries producing lipstick and perfumes. Correct? Lipsticks में, perfumes में, again various creams में palm oil use होता. Palm oil can be used to produce biodiesel. Biodiesel तो सभी से बना लेते हैं. कुछ भी agriculture का produce हो biodiesel में काम आ ही जाता है. So it is correct. So 1 is not correct, 2 and 3 are correct. So option B for boy shall be the right answer. Among the following, which one is the least water efficient crop? Sugarcane, sunflower, pearl millet, red gram. Now pearl millet and red gram, these are rain fed. तो बहुत कम बारिश में हो जाएंगे. Many less water it is utilized. Sunflower requires some water, but again if we compare sugarcane and sunflower, the difference is 3 times. Sugarcane requires 3 times the water that is required to grow sunflower. Sunflower 1/3 of sugarcane. So maximum water is required for sugarcane. So our answer is option A for apple, sugarcane. Consider the following plants: groundnut, horse gram, soybean. Least water efficient. Least water efficient. Water efficient जो होता है उसको कम पानी चाहिए. Water efficient, water को लेके वो उसकी efficiency बहुत अच्छी है. Water efficient means water को लेके उसकी efficiency बहुत अच्छी है, तो कम पानी में भी वो water को efficiently use कर लेगा. So कम पानी में भी खेती हो जाएगी. Even in less water it is possible. That is water efficient. Least water efficient, maximum water consumption. Sugarcane. Consider the following plants: groundnut, horse gram, soybean. Groundnut, मूंगफली. What is horse gram? Horse gram. हाँ, कुल्था, कुल्थी, इस तरह से कुछ बोलते हैं लोकल लैंग्वेज में, हिंदी में. Soybean, everyone knows that. Soybean is soybean only. It is not completely round. यार मैं कैसे समझाऊं, होता है कुछ समझ. यहाँ पे गूगल सर्च पे आप देख लीजिए, फोन पे. हाँ, कोई बात नहीं, क्लास के बाद देख लेंगे. हॉर्स ग्राम, ग्राउंडनट, सोयाबीन. ग्राउंडनट यू नो ना, मूंगफली. एंड सोयाबीन, everyone knows soybean is also used as a sprout, as a pulse. How many of the above belong to the pea family? All are belonging to the family of pea. So all 3 options C for cat shall be the right answer. What, seriously you want to see horse gram? Option C for cat. Consider the following: cashew, kaju. How many of the above trees are actually native to India? Cashew is native to India. It is native to which country? Brazil. Cashew originated in Brazil, South America, Brazil. Papaya. Papaya native to India? No. It is native to which place? Mexico, Central America. Mexico, Central America. What is Central America? Mexico to Panama and all the countries of Caribbean island. Yes. Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua, and all the Caribbean island countries. Cuba, Haiti, the Bahamas, Antilles, all that is Central America. It is native to Mexico and the surrounding region, Central America. Red sanders. It is native to India, Eastern Ghats, red sanders. What is that? Lal Chandan, Surkh Chandan, Lal Chandan, Surkh Chandan, Rakt Chandan. Rakt Chandan के नाम से भी जानते हैं, Rakt Chandan. Red sanders, Lal Chandan. How many of the above trees are actually native to India? Only one, that is red sanders. Red sander is, export of red sanders is prohibited or not? Earlier it was prohibited. I am not sure if recently government has, I don't know. There was some discussion going on to eliminate that barrier of export on red sanders. I don't know what was the last decision. I am not sure, so I will not speak. With reference to micro irrigation, which of the following statements are correct? Micro irrigation means irrigation on a micro scale. So micro irrigation means, yes, drip irrigation will be there, sprinkle irrigation will be there. Then micro irrigation related infrastructure. What is that? Big dams are not micro irrigation. Check dams, small dams. Ponds which are being constructed under Manrega in many of the villages, they will come under micro irrigation, right? Water tanks, they will come under micro irrigation. With reference to micro irrigation, which of the following statements are correct? Fertilizer or nutrient loss can be reduced. So fertilizer loss, because micro irrigation will take place directly at the root, or sprinkle irrigation from the top, so water will be less utilized, and so loss of fertilizer or nutrient can be reduced. It is the only means of irrigation in dry land farming. In dry land farming, apart from micro irrigation, other things are also there. Because if the land is dry, you can go for underground water. That is not micro irrigation, right? In some areas of farming, receding of groundwater table can be checked. Receding of groundwater table going down and down and down, that can be checked, like in Delhi and region. You cannot go for underground boring. Yes or no? You know that underground boring is banned in the city of Delhi, and almost 100 borewells are formed every month. But it is banned in this city of Delhi. In the same manner, it is banned in multiple urban centers all across India. Why? To check water table. Water table is what? What is meant by water table? The potable water can be found at what depth? So it is 300 feet, 400 feet, 500 feet, so beyond that. So that keeps on going down. Water is available even if at a depth of 20 or 30 feet or 40 feet, but that is not potable, that is not usable. So at what depth you will find potable water, or water that can be used for agriculture or other activities, that is called as a water table. That is going down in most of the places, and specifically urban centers. So that is to check that. So all three will be there. So 1, 2, 3, option D, D for dog shall be the right answer. Sorry, statement 2 is the wrong one. So 1 and 3, option C, C for cat, should be the right answer. Which of the following are the advantages of practicing drip irrigation? Now drip irrigation, we have discussed it. It will result in reduction of weed. So weeds are what? Which grow, unwanted growth of plants that grows on their own in between the planted crops. So that has to be removed. So either it is mechanically removed, physically removed, or it is removed using weedicides. So drip irrigation will reduce the production of weed. It is correct. Reduction in soil salinity. Yes or no? Due to drip irrigation, soil salinity will also be reduced. It will help in checking soil erosion also. It is also correct. But UPSC is saying, and it is not giving the option in fact, that all the three statements are correct. It is giving as 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. Now the debate was on this, whether 1 and 2 should be more correct or 1 and 3 should be more correct. and finally UPSC accepted as 1 and 3. It accepted for erosion and weed. So 1 and 3 option C, C4 cat is considered as the correct answer by commission, and we will consider that only. Why does the government of India promote the use of neem coated urea in agriculture? We have already discussed multiple questions in which the correct option is available among the options available, and still UPSC has considered its own answer key. So you can't do anything to that. It is an age of evolution. Think of the decade of 1980s. You worked very hard. You cracked the prelims examination. You worked very hard. You scored top rank in the mains examination. You went to the interview panel, and the panel member said, "इसकी शक्ल अच्छी नहीं, इसको हम नहीं लेंगे बाहर." It used to happen after the decade of 1980s, last of 80s. सब कुछ करने के बाद इंटरव्यू में वो आपको बाहर कर देते थे. मतलब ये तो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि वो कह रहे हैं कि शक्ल नहीं अच्छी है. ऐसा भी वो लोग आपस में डिस्कस कर लेते होंगे, हो सकता है, आई डोंट नो. इट वाज अ नॉकआउट राउंड. तो आपने पूरी मेहनत करके प्रीलिम्स दिया, मेंस दिया, व्हेन यू रीच द इंटरव्यू यू आर किक्ड आउट. एटलीस्ट नाउ यू आर हैविंग मेंस इन योर हैंड, इंटरव्यू मार्क्स इन योर हैंड, and the combined merit will give you all India rank. So has not the evolution taken place in this examination? Yes, it has taken place. So over the period of time it will take place, but the thing is that अब आप डेवलपिंग कंट्री में पैदा हो गए तो 50 साल बाद इंडिया डेवलप्ड हो जाएगा. मोदी जी कह रहे हैं 2047 में इंडिया डेवलप्ड हो जाएगा. तो अगली जनरेशन डेवलप्ड कंट्री में रहेगी, तो उनसे आप जेलस थोड़ी ना फील करोगे. रहेगी तो रहेगी. It will help, it will come with time. UPSC was not providing any answer key till few years back. Few years के एक decade पहले तक answer key नहीं आता. Now UPSC started providing answer key. Then you came to know कि you have marked this answer as correct, still UPSC has considered it as wrong. उसके पहले तो ये भी नहीं था. सिर्फ रिजल्ट आ गया, सेलेक्ट हो गए कि नहीं सेलेक्ट हो गए. No marksheet was given. मार्कशीट आने लगी. That is not a flaw in the pattern of examination. That is a flaw in the eligibility criteria. पैटर्न ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन में कोई फ्लॉ थोड़ी ना उसमें हो गए, हो जाएगा. अभी तो इसी तरह देना पड़ेगा एग्जाम. Why does the government of India promote the use of neem coated urea in agriculture? Neem coated urea in agriculture. Release of neem oil in the soil increases nitrogen fixation by the soil microorganisms. I explained you just 2, 3, 5 questions back that with extra nitrogen being used as a chemical fertilizer, it will not help in increasing of soil microorganisms. Rather, it will reduce them. Are you getting that? So first statement, release of neem oil in soil increases. No, it will not increase, it will reduce the nitrogen fixation by the soil microorganisms. So it is a wrong one. Neem coating slows down the rate of dissolution of urea in the soil. It is the correct one. Nitrous oxide, which is a greenhouse gas, is not at all released into atmosphere by crop fields. It will be released. It is not like that it will not be released, it will be released. Neem coated urea is a combination of weedicide and fertilizer. It is not a weedicide. It is neem coated for certain reason. The first reason is that to stop the diversification of subsidized urea for industrial and other uses. Government is giving heavy subsidy on urea and that is targeted for agriculture, right? And now what the people are doing? Buying that urea and using it in so many industrial uses, like tractors. Tractors, you know, tractor जानते हो ना? Tractors are used in agriculture. 99.99% of the tractors which are sold in our country India, they are bought under category of agricultural use, and they are used in brick fields, they are used in construction, indiscriminate use of tractors in every field apart from agriculture. Reason is that tractor is used for agriculture, it is subsidized by the government and it is bought by other people in the name of agriculture, and they are doing other commercial activities using the same agriculture. Tractor is not prohibited on any of the roads of any of the cities, but the policemen, the traffic people stop that. Why they stop that? Because it is for agricultural use and you are using it on the road for some other use. You can use it on the road for agricultural use, but you will be using it for some other road, right? That is a problem. So subsidized urea should not go to other uses. So that was one of the reason to make urea neem coated. Then the government gave a production target to each urea manufacturer that you have to produce such and such percentage of urea as neem coated urea. This was made compulsory. And neem coated urea, what that did? Neem coating slows down the rate of dissolution of urea in the soil. So it slows down the dissolution. So it slowly goes into the soil, and over a period of time same amount of urea keeps on feeding the plant for longer duration. So consumption bhi kam ho jayega urea ka, or it will help out. That was the purpose of neem coated urea. So option B for boy will be the right answer to this particular question. Question number 263. Now 264, or you are online. I am not sure on that, Gurpreet. Gurpreet, don't do that in your examination. It will land you in a difficult position. Sir, जो हमें सही लगता है वो यूपीएससी को उल्टा लगता है, तो जो हमें सही लगे उसको उल्टा कराएं. It will not work. Question number 264. Consider the following statement. The government of India provides minimum support price for Niger seeds. Yes or no? Yes. 14 kharif crops are there. One of them is, it is cultivated as a kharif crop. It is a kharif crop. लेकिन कहीं रबी में भी होता है. Odisha, some parts of Chhattisgarh, it is also grown as a rabi crop. Overall, there is a sesamum. Sesamum is a kharif crop, but it is also rabi crop in some parts of India. In the same manner, Niger is a kharif crop dominantly, but it is also a rabi crop in some parts of India, Odisha, and some part of Chhattisgarh, I suppose. Some tribal people in India use Niger seeds as oil for cooking. It is a correct one. So all three statements hold true. So all three, option C for cat, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? And the last question on agriculture. Consider the following statements. India has more arable area than China. India has more arable area than China, correct or not? India has more arable area than China, only this much is written. If it would have been written for crops, तो सही हो जाता. But if we talk about the complete area, then India has more arable area than China will become wrong, because India and China is having arable area. China is the third largest country of the world. India is the seventh largest country of the world. The total area in China is very high as compared to India. And agriculture is practiced, and apart from agriculture, means apart from food grains or food crops, different components of agriculture which are practiced in China, in together, if we take all together all the components of agriculture, China will be having more area as compared to India. So India has more arable area than China. अगर ये food grain और food crops लिखा होता तो सही हो जाता, वरना ये गलत. So this statement is incorrect. The proportion of irrigated area in India is more as compared to China. It's more in India as compared to China. Yes, the proportion, total area nahi. Proportion means percentage. So India is having close to 50% irrigated area, 47-48%. China is having 40-41% of area under irrigation. So this statement is correct. That the proportion of irrigated area in our country is more. The total area under irrigation is less, but the percentage of area is more in our country, India. Are you getting that? The average productivity per hectare in Indian agriculture is higher than that in China. China is having much higher productivity as compared to India. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2 is correct. Statement 3 is आ रहा ना समझ में? तुम लोग बुझे बुझे से लग रहे हो डर डर. So only one option A for apple will be the right answer. Clear on that? Sure on that? I am going slow deliberately because many of the students I don't know who they have said that sir बहुत तेज पढ़ा दे रहे. So I am going slow today. With this we come to our section on agriculture. The PYQs on agriculture has been completed. We have completed the PYQs for last 14 years on physical geography of India, on Indian geography of India, on maps of India and on agriculture of India, and 2 or 3 questions or 4 questions have been left out. Like one of the questions was asked by UPSC in which name of national highways are given and it has to be matched with the roads. That I left out. Why? Because the name of national highways since then and now have changed. So no use of discussing NH44 as somewhere else. अब NH44 कहीं और पहुंच गया, तो इसलिए उस क्वेश्चन को छोड़ दिया. इस तरह के 1 or 2 questions which are redundant, which are not used. One of the question was like that. For a particular year they have asked, for last 5 years they have asked, the arable area for rice has increased. For it was something like that. Some of the crop was mentioned, area has increased or reduced. I left that because it was asked way back in 2018 or 19. It is relevant up till that year. Now in 2025, if we are discussing the same question as PYQ, it is of no use. These type of 3 or 4 questions are left out. Otherwise, each and everything has been covered over here. Now these are the few of the questions which are in the category of miscellaneous. They are of geography only. Asked between 2011 and 2024 only, but they are not in any of the category. Few of the questions over here can be included in the category of map, but still I have put them in miscellaneous. Let's go through these questions. Clear on that? Question number 263 का answer. Option B for boy will be the answer, Yogesh, for question number 263. Dissolution, neem coating slows down the rate of dissolution of urea in the soil. The government of India provides MSP for Niger seeds. It's correct statement, it is not incorrect. Gulf of Mexico has not been changed as Gulf of America. America is not the sole authority to decide the name of Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of Mexico is not a territorial water of America only. America is claiming that it should be Gulf of America. In the same way, China is saying why Indian Ocean should be named after India. China ही कह रहा ना कि why there should be name of Indian Ocean. It should not be named as Indian Ocean. So we start with miscellaneous questions over here. In the context of global oil prices, Brent crude oil is frequently referred to in the news. What does this term imply? Brent crude oil नाम तो सुना होगा. Yes or no? Where is Brent? Brent crude oil is a oil field. It is in which of the places? Brent crude oil is in North Sea. There is a oil refinery, oil field over there. That name of that company is Brent crude oil. What is the relevance of Brent crude oil? The international importance of Brent crude oil is that it is used as a price benchmark by OPEC countries. So OPEC countries use Brent crude oil as a price benchmark, number one. Then there are two types of crude oil. One is called as sweet, other is called as sour. If the content of sulfur is more, it is called as sour. If the content of sulfur is less, it is called as sweet. So it is considered as comparatively a sweet crude oil, not very sour, not very sweet, midway, somewhat midway in between them, right? Sulfur content is not very high. High sulfur content is considered as more than 0.5%. Less than 0.5% is considered as low sulfur oil. So less than 0.5%, it is having almost 0.37% of sulfur. So it is sweet crude oil. Another crude oil that is present is called as Texas, that is in USA. Texas is sweeter as compared to Brent crude oil. It is having further less content of sulfur. Texas crude oil is having 0.24% of sulfur. Until 4-5 years back, it was the most sweet crude oil available in the world, Texas wala. Abhi recently kahin kuch aur aa gaya to I am not sure on that, right? That is sweet. It is also sweet, but Texas one is sweeter as compared to Brent. Brent is in North Sea, Europe. Texas is in Gulf of Mexico, Texas state, USA. Clear on that? As per quality, Texas oil is better as compared to Brent crude oil. Then another categorization of oil is light and heavy. Light crude oil hai ki heavy crude oil hai? Light is considered better as compared to heavy because refining is easy. Extraction of petroleum products which are usable, they are comparatively easy in light crude oil. Heavy crude oil is requires more refining time, more refining costs, more fresh water for refining. So it is considered comparatively light crude oil is considered as comparatively better as compared to heavy crude oil. Brent crude oil is also light. Texas is also light. Both are sweet. Brent crude oil is less sweet as compared to Texas one. That is the only thing. So Brent crude oil is frequently referred to in the news. What does this term imply? And the most important part is OPEC का benchmark है, price benchmark इसी से. You keep on hearing in news that price of international market of oil is moving up, moving down. India is importing from Russia. India is getting cheap crude oil. So what is cheap? What is costly? Who decides that? OPEC decides as per Brent crude oil. It is a major classification of crude oil, correct? It is sourced from North Sea, correct? It does not contain sulfur, it contains sulfur. However, it contains low quantity of sulfur but does not contain sulfur nahi hoga. So 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is not correct. So 1 and 2 only, option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Got the answer? I told you the answer, no? Option B, B for boy is the correct one. B for boy, ball, kuch bhi. Consider the following countries: Denmark, Japan, Russian Federation, United Kingdom, United States of America. Denmark, Japan, Russian Federation, UK, USA. Which of the above are members of the Arctic Council? Which countries are a member of Arctic Council? Isko chhodiye. The members of the Arctic Council are those countries which are having their coastline on Arctic. So if we start, one of the countries over there that is representing Denmark. Denmark is represented by Greenland. Denmark is represented by Greenland. After Greenland, Canada. After Canada, Alaska by USA by Alaska. Right? Then Russia. Then Norway, Sweden, Finland. Yes or no? Then you are having Iceland. Iceland is also. So Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, Denmark, Canada, USA and Russia. These are the countries which are a member of Arctic Council, right? All these are members of Arctic Council fighting among themselves in terms of territorial limits, right? So which of the above are the members of Arctic Council? Denmark is there, Japan has nothing to do with that, Russian Federation is there, UK is not involved in that, USA is there. So 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. Option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Arctic Council? Yes. India is having the observer status in Arctic Council. In the Mekong-Ganga Cooperation, Mekong-Ganga Cooperation, an initiative of 6 countries, which of the following is are not a participant or a participants? Bangladesh, Cambodia, China, Myanmar, Thailand. Now Mekong-Ganga Cooperation is having 6 countries. What are the 6 countries? There are 5 countries, 10 countries of ASEAN. Out of those, 5 countries are over here. That is Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia. Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia and India. So it is a Mekong-Ganga cooperation. So Mekong-Ganga cooperation is started by India, right? And despite Mekong flowing through China, China is not a member of that. Bangladesh का तो इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं, right? So Bangladesh is not part of that. China is not part of that because it is a grouping between India and 5 countries of Southeast Asia: Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia. So Cambodia is there, Myanmar is there, Thailand is there, which is not there, Bangladesh and China. So 1 and 3 will not be there. That is option C, C for cat will be the right answer. Clear on that? Do remember that Mekong is flowing through China. It is not that Mekong is not flowing through China. पर चला ये दिमाग में रह गया और Mekong के उसने पूछ दिया और गलत करा. Which of the following is not a member of Gulf Cooperation Council? Gulf Cooperation Council, Gulf countries. So how many countries are member of Gulf Cooperation Council? How many countries? 6. 6 countries are member of Gulf Cooperation Council. It includes, start from one side. Iraq तो है ही नहीं. You have Oman. Whenever you are learning the countries, don't learn it by that you are learning for Gulf Cooperation Council. Learn them in order. तो geographical location अपने आप दिमाग में बैठती जाएगी. So start from Oman, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain and Kuwait. Right? सही बोल रही है? Okay. Oman, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain and Kuwait. These 6 countries are in Gulf Cooperation Council. Which other countries which are having coastline on Gulf of Persia which are not the members of Gulf Cooperation Council? One is Iran, one is Iraq. 2 countries which are having their coastline on Gulf of Persia which are not a member of Gulf Cooperation Council are Iran and Iraq. Here Iran is given, so Iran is the answer to this particular question. Saudi Arabia, Oman, Kuwait over there. समझ में आ गया? Yes. So option A for apple will be the right answer. This is a very difficult question. Belt and Road Initiative is sometimes mentioned in news. It is more or less every time mentioned in news. In the context of the affairs of African Union, Brazil, European Union, China. It is in the case of China. And very recently, the latest in this category, what China did? There are two new provinces, counties announced by China on very close to Aksai Chin, basically in Aksai Chin only, which India claims as its own on that side of LAC. One that is Xinjiang province of China. उसके अंदर दो काउंटी बनाई है, वन इज हेकांग एंड अदर दूसरे का नाम पता नहीं भूल गया. One is Hekang, other one is also two new provinces have been made by China. Very recently, India objected to that. That is a recent development in terms of Belt and Road Initiative. Another Xinjiang में दो नए province बनाए. One is Hekang and other is also from H. I am missing the name of that. Huh? Okay. Belt and Road Initiative. It is already. They are carrying out a project in Sri Lanka. They are carrying out a projects in all across India. A string of pearls, if you know something about that. China is working on that, a string of pearls. So it was China, option D, D for dog. China was the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following pairs. Community sometimes in the affairs of mentioned in the news. Sometimes in the affairs mentioned in the news something. Communities on first column, second column is region. Kurd, Kurdistan, issue going on. Turkey, Iraq, Syria, and some part of Iran also. That is the region of Kurds. It is not Bangladesh. Bangladesh has nothing to do with that. Madheshi Nepal is absolutely correct. Madheshis are the people who are present in Nepal. They are involved into what? Number of these herbs and shrubs which are related to Ayurveda, which are found only in Nepal. They are involved into that. And this is the traditional knowledge. This is something knowledge which has passed down over the generations. Even those who are prescribing those medicines, they are not having the exact capability to recognize the herb and shrub in the wild, because there are many herbs and shrubs that they are growing only in the wild on their own. They cannot be grown commercially, they cannot be grown artificially, so they are dependent on that. And that entire section of Ayurveda is dependent on this population, that is Madheshi population of Nepal. When the snow starts melting, there are many herbs for which they start running to the mountains. They in fact start running to the mountains. Snow started to melt. Immediately for a day or two, those herbs and shrubs are available. After that, they won't be available. Because even if they will not go and collect that, it will be destroyed by the sunlight. So within that short span of 48 to 72 hours, they have to collect that, they have to process it and keep it ready for further medicinal use in Ayurveda. So Madheshis in Nepal are known for that. Rohingya Myanmar is not a new thing. It is in Rohingya is from Myanmar. Muslim community, that is Myanmar, is pushing this, doing lot of crimes against this community. So they are forced to flee from the country and they belong to Myanmar. Clear? So Kurd, Bangladesh is wrong. Madheshi Nepal is correct. Rohingya Myanmar is correct. So what will be the answer? 2 and 3 only. Option C, C for cat, will be the right answer. Question number 272. Consider the following pairs. Regions sometimes mentioned in news. Heian and Hekang. Someone has written Heian and Hekang. H-E-A-N, Heian, and other one is Hekang, H-I-K-A-N-G, Hekang. Two provinces that China has made. Counties. A region is mentioned, country is mentioned. Catalonia is in Spain, yes or no? Catalonia is a famous, very famous, commonly known, Spain mein hai. Crimea, Hungary. Crimea is in Ukraine. 2014 it was annexed by Russia. And this is the point of contention that is going on between Russia and Ukraine even now. Ukraine is saying Crimea भी छोड़ दो. वो कह रहा डोनबास तो बचा लो पहले, खेरसन तो बचा लो, जयपोरिजिया तो बचा लो. See the smartness of Russian president is saying हम तुमसे बात ही नहीं करेंगे, तुम पहले इलेक्शन लड़के आओ. Mindanao, Philippines. Yes or no? This is one of the islands of Philippines. Another island is Luzon. Mindanao is having a prominent city over there, Davao, that is known for so many things. Oromia is in Nigeria, Ethiopia. Oromia is a region in Ethiopia. So Catalonia, Spain is correct. Crimea, Hungary is incorrect. Mindanao, Philippines is correct. Oromia, Nigeria is incorrect. So 1 is correct, 3 is correct. 1 and 3 only. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Consider the following pairs sometimes mentioned in the news. Consider the following pairs sometimes mentioned in the news. Aleppo is in Syria. Aleppo is a cultural city of Syria, ancient city of Syria, not a coastal city, landlocked city. It was one of the regions that was affected by ISIS at a time of when ISIS was at its peak. Then Kirkuk, Mosul in Iraq, Aleppo in Syria, they were all shattered. Aleppo is in Syria, it is the correct one. Kirkuk, Mosul, both are in Iraq. Kirkuk is not in Yemen, it is in Iraq. Mosul is also in Yemen. Kirkuk, Mosul, Baghdad, Al-Basra, these are all major oil fields of Iraq. Al-Basra, Kirkuk, Mosul, Baghdad, known for oil production. Mazar-e-Sharif, Afghanistan. Mazar-e-Sharif is a prominent religious place that is in Afghanistan. So Aleppo, Syria is correct. Kirkuk and Mosul are wrongly written over there. Mazar-e-Sharif in Afghanistan is correct. So 1 and 4 are correct, 2 and 3 are wrong. So which are correct? 1 and 4, option B, B for boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that? तुम लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है ना? Option B, B for boy is the correct answer. Consider the following statements. Most of the world's coral reefs are in tropical waters. Coral reefs are mostly tropical. That is in tropical region. Why they are in tropical region mostly? Because the climatic condition, the temperature, the salinity condition, they are present in tropical waters which support corals. But corals are found even in temperate regions. They are found even in polar regions. Now they have diversified, or you can say that we have discovered later on that corals are also present in temperate and other regions of the world. But still, maximum colonies, when we talk about reef colonies, they will be in tropical only. So maximum world corals are in tropical waters, correct. More than 1/3 of the world's coral reef are present in these 3 countries: Australia, Indonesia and Philippines. Australia, Indonesia and Philippines, right? They are having more than 1/3 of the coral reefs, correct. Coral reefs host far more animal phyla than those hosted by tropical rainforests. Corals are considered to be having more biodiversity in relation to tropical rainforests. And in fact, corals are called as rainforests of the oceans. इनको कहा ही जाता है rainforests of the ocean. So first statement is correct, second statement is also correct, and the third statement is also correct. So all 3 are correct. So 1, 2 and 3. Option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following pairs. Rivers flowing into which water body? Yes, Apur, you are correct. Whatever you have written is correct. Consider the following pairs. यही था ना? We did this, no? Yes, sir. 275. Rivers flowing into Mekong, Andaman Sea. True. Mekong flows through China, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and finally makes delta at Ho Chi Minh City in South China Sea. Andaman Sea, it had nothing to do with Andaman Sea. Andaman Sea is on the eastern side of Andaman and Nicobar. Andaman Sea is having coastline with Myanmar, and parts of Malaysia. Thames. Thames is Ganga of London. Thames, Irish Sea. Irish Sea is located between the mainland of UK and the Ireland. UK का mainland है, उसमें you are having England, Scotland, Wales. नीचे इंग्लैंड है, ऊपर स्कॉटलैंड है, थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट में नॉर्थ वेस्ट में वेल्स है. उसके बाद यू आर हैविंग अ ओशन, एक oceanic area, water area. Then you are having an island. That island is Ireland, divided into two parts, Northern Ireland and Ireland. Northern Ireland is with UK. Ireland is a separate country. So Northern Ireland, that region is Irish Sea. That is called as Irish Sea. And Thames originate in western part of UK, England, and flows eastward and drains in North Sea. Are you getting? So Thames flowing through London, draining in North Sea. It is not in Irish Sea. So it is a wrong one. Volga. Volga कैसी river? Volga drains in Caspian Sea. Ural also drains in Caspian Sea, northern part of Caspian. It is the correct one. Zambezi makes the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. That river was taken as a border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Earlier it was a single country and then two countries. So that flows into Indian Ocean. Correct? So 1 is wrong, 2 is wrong, 3 and 4 are correct. So 3 and 4 only. Option C, C for cat shall be the right answer. Clear on that? 100%? Okay. With reference to the United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea, consider in the following statement. UNCLOS, very oftenly mentioned in news. So what is UNCLOS? How you have to do? Have a look. The coastal state has the right to establish the breadth of its territorial sea up to a limit not exceeding 12 nautical miles, measured from baseline determined in accordance with the convention. So what is the baseline? Suppose we are having a coastline like this. A coastline is like this. Here you are having the continent and here you are having the ocean, right? Then the projected tips are selected. These are the projected tips of the continental landmass. यहाँ तो पानी भरा हुआ. This is water. These projected tips are joined by almost roughly straight lines, and this is called as the baseline. From baseline 12 nautical miles territorial sea. Further 12 nautical miles contiguous zone. From baseline 200 nautical miles exclusive economic zone. Uske baad international waters. Right? So this from baseline 12 nautical miles, this is called as territorial sea. This is called as contiguous zone. This is called from here to here. This is called as EEZ, exclusive economic zone. Clear? So what the statement is talking about? A coastal state has the right to establish the breadth of its territorial sea up to a limit not exceeding 12 nautical miles. It's correct. Measured from baseline. Baseline क्या होता है? I explained you. Determined in accordance with the convention. So it is a correct statement. Every country is having 12 nautical miles as the original territory. Ships of all states, whether coastal or landlocked, enjoy the right of innocent passage through the territorial sea. Correct. What is innocent passage? That you need to understand. Innocent passage का मतलब it should not be against the normal good of the country. It should not be against the peace and stability of the country. It should not be any type of aggression, armed aggression or any type related to that. That is called as innocent passage. Innocent passage. So what is meant by innocent passage? That has been defined by UNCLOS. And which activities are against innocent passage are also defined by UNCLOS. They are given in articles, different articles of UNCLOS. कि innocent passage में क्या आएगा? Which activities are against innocent passage. So any country which is breaching that will not be considered as that. And if it is against the innocent passage rules, then the concerned country can object to that. Right? So it is something in good faith. If you are using the sea, okay, use that, but it should not be against that. The exclusive economic zone shall not exceed beyond 200 nautical miles from the baseline from which the breadth of the territorial sea is measured. From same baseline to 100 nautical miles तक exclusive economic zone रहेगा. So 1, 2 and 3 all the three statements hold. Clear on that? So 1, 2 and 3 option D for dog shall be the right answer. Consider the following pairs, region often mentioned in news and a country. Anatolia, Turkey. It is in fact the old name of Turkey only. Anatolia, Turkey, correct? Amhara, Ethiopia. Amhara is in Ethiopia. Amhara is also a tribal name over there, a region over there that is present in Ethiopia. Cabo Delgado, Spain. ये नाम से लग रहा है स्पेन का नाम होगा Cabo Delgado. Cabo Delgado is in Mozambique. It is not in Spain. हाँ देखो ना डेलगाडो वगैरह कुछ लिखा है जी फिर नाम. This is not a Spanish name. Cabo Delgado is in Mozambique. Why it was in news? Why UPSC has asked this Cabo Delgado? People were displaced. More than 1 million people. Revolt हुआ था. मारे गए थे लोग. They have to cross the border. And this province of Mozambique, it is on the northern side of Mozambique, having borders with contiguous border with Tanzania. And people have to flee to Tanzania to save their life. So Cabo Delgado was in news. It is not in Spain, it is Mozambique. Catalonia is in, अभी पहले अपने पढ़ा स्पेन में, इटली में तो है नहीं. So 3 and 4 are wrong, 1 and 2 are correct. So only 2 pairs, option B for boy, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes or no? Clear? Yes? Question number 278. One of the following statements best describe the polar code. Polar code given by IMO. So what is polar code? It is basically related to poles. But what is that? It is the international code of safety for ships operating in polar waters. It is the agreement of countries around North Pole regarding the demarcation of their territories in polar region. ये तो हो नहीं सकता. All the countries in the polar region are fighting. ये मेरा है, मेरा है, मेरा. Territories are not demarcated properly in the polar region. So B is not there. It is a set of norms to be followed by countries whose scientists undertake research studies in North Pole and South Pole. It is a trade and security agreement of member countries of the Arctic Council. Option A is the correct one. Option C is not the correct one. Option A, it is an international code for the safety of ships operating on polar waters. NSR, Northern Sea Route. Heard about that? So Northern Sea Route, when it is being used, it is as per polar code. So all the ships of any of the country which are navigating through polar waters, what will be the safety, security and what rules they have to follow, that is all given in polar code. So option A for apple is the right answer to this particular question. Question number 279. Consider the following countries: Finland, Germany, Norway, Russia. How many of the above countries have a border with the North Sea? Are you recognizing the areas of UPSC? UPSC उठा के न्यूजीलैंड से भी तो सवाल बना सकता था, नहीं बना रहा है. बार बार वहीं घूम घूम के वेस्ट एशिया में आ रहा है, बार बार नॉर्थ सी में घूम रहा है. It is fluctuating around northern part of Europe, Middle East, Mediterranean, वहीं पे घूम रहा. There are so many things happening throughout the world, but it is not framing the question from those regions. It is circulating around a particular specific location only. So plan your strategy accordingly. Finland, Sweden, Germany, Norway, Russia. How many of the above countries have a border with the North Sea? Finland is on the northern side. It is having borders with Gulf of Finland. Gulf of Finland is in Baltic Sea and northern part, right? So it is over there. It has nothing to do with North Sea. North Sea ki bordering countries, if we talk about, we are having Norway, we are having Denmark, we are having Germany, we are having Netherlands, we are having Belgium. After Belgium, we are having UK. Are you getting that? So these are the countries. So here Finland will not be there. Russia तो बहुत दूर है. Russia is also in Baltic Sea. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. उसके बाद रशिया का थोड़ा सा पार्ट है वहाँ पे. So Russia is there in Baltic Sea, not in this one, North Sea. So 2 and 3, Germany and Norway will be the answer. So only 2 pairs. Option B, before boy, will be the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following statements. The Red Sea receives very little precipitation in any form. No water enters the Red Sea from rivers. अब इसका आंसर अभी यूपीएससी ने दिया नहीं, जो मन में है मान लो. अभी प्रीलिम्स होने दो, रिजल्ट आने दो, उसके पहले तब पता चलेगा. Considered is C, which is considered by maximum of the people or persons who are related to UPSC preparation. They are saying that Red Sea receives very little precipitation in any form. This is correct. The total precipitation taking place in that region is less than 25 centimeter. So it is very little. Correct. Second statement is saying that no water enters the Red Sea from rivers. When you don't go into the micro details, then there are seasonal rivers which are flowing in Red Sea. But in general, no mega river or no big river is flowing in Red Sea. So no waters enters the Red Sea from rivers. It should be considered as correct or not correct. It is dicey. What UPSC will decide, that for that we have to wait for 1 to 1.5 months. But right now, we will consider both the statements as correct. That no water enter the Red Sea from rivers because no mega river is there or no permanent river is there. Those rivers which are entering or providing some water to Red Sea, they are seasonal in character. They are ephemeral. They are not present throughout the year. But such statements is no water. So even if it, both things are there, pros and cons. Let's see. Let's wait for UPSC. Right now, I will take the statement as C, that both 1 and 2 should be considered as a correct answer to this particular question. Clear on that? Russia's port in Baltic Sea at Poland. Russia is itself having its territory in Baltic Sea. Check for that. So we will keep our lecture, today's lecture, till here only. We will continue with next question tomorrow along with the map work. It's a request that all those who will be coming for the class tomorrow, they will come along with your atlases. Please come along with your atlases. Thank you so much.